Zaslow. Greg Cody. Roy Bellamy. Jeremy Tache. Tony Colariu. Chris Cody. Dan Le Batard.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mic's up. Cue.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I look good in red.
All right, so we've been talking about here. It's just a straight red shirt.
Yeah.
Just plain red Fruit of the Loom shirt.
No, not Fruit of the Loom. Hey, Greg. Yeah, no, not Fruit of the Loom.
What type of shirt is that?
I went to the store.
Which store?
I'm not gonna say which store.
No, I can guess.
I got to guess.
Yeah, did it have a mart in it?
No, I didn't. No.
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 Target?
No.
7-Eleven?
No.
It's a Tuesday, Chris.
Maybe.
Come on.
What'd you say?
Navy at the end.
Oh. Yeah, just a plain red shirt, not box cut tee, nothing. Just your standard.
I look
red.
good. I look good, right?
Yeah, a little showy.
I like just plain colored shirts. I do.
Yeah, I mean, it's very like welcome to college brochure
Okay, whatever, man.
because you can't get the rights to put any brands on the
So
shirt.
last week, Greg, before I went on my cruise, I decided to update the catalog a little bit. All right, I needed some cruise wear
mean the
anyway.
wardrobe?
So this is new.
Yeah, this is a new shirt.
This is a new shirt.
Yeah, it's my first time wearing it.
This is the new Jonathan Zaslow.
Yeah, reborn. So I went to the clothes store before, like the day before the cruise. And, well, actually, it was a couple days because I went to Minneapolis first. So before I went to the cruise, I went to the clothes store. And I came out with like I bought a lot of clothes.
Yeah, I don't think you're joking. I think the place that you went to was actually called the clothes store.
And-
because that is absolutely a shirt that you would pull from the
Yeah.
clothes
Yeah.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of new stuff. And, Greg, what a good feeling this is when you come home. All right, because I went by myself, which can be risky.
Can be
all right?
dangerous.
Yeah, I went by myself. And when I got home, you know, my wife eventually went through the clothes that I got, and she said to me, "You did well."
Oh, wow.
That's a good compliment.
Yeah.
When you go out, you get the clothes on your own, and your wife says you did well.
Why? Because
she-
it doesn't say Powers of Pain on it?
She likes that red, does she? Red
Just
t-shirt?
all the clothes I got. She'd just hold up the red shirt, and again, I look good in red.
You look like when you played Mortal Kombat 3 and Stryker had to fight himself. You look like the second Stryker.
Saz, you know what an NPC is?
Yeah, non-playable character,
Yeah.
right?
That's what they wear, like
when I
that
walked
red
up
shirt.
to you this morning, I almost pressed the square button.
You thought I
to
was
talk to
NPC?
you.
Yeah, it's an NPC ass shirt.
I don't care. Whatever. I look good.
I thought it was weird that you just started walking in a fluid motion against the wall.
I look good in red. I don't care. I'm happy with this
Let me
look.
tell you something. T-shirt colors are like cars. If you would you drive a red car, or would you consider that to be a little bit?
No, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I would not drive a red car.
And yet you'd wear a red shirt.
Well, and what I've also been told, I don't know if this is true, police are more apt to pull over the red car. It stands
True.
out
That is
more,
true.
right?
Yeah, I've had a couple of cops as friends, and they do say that.
Yeah.
They also say that they will be more suspicious of someone driving really extra slow than someone going a little too fast.
Ah, okay. Good to know. Good to
Yeah,
know.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, but I
I
just
think you look great.
thank you. See?
Great shade of red.
I know. I look good. Whatever.
You watching
Anyway,
the Patriot games? You covering that, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
100 meter, look great. Girls running 16-second 100 meters. But they're girls. I know that for a fact.
Jeremy's here today. Jeremy was not here yesterday. You got any critiques about the show yesterday?
Yeah, I had some observations. I really liked it because in the local hour,
You started the sentence that said, "I don't want to sound insensitive, but,"
Yeah.
and then got cut off, only to later say, "I don't want to make jokes about Steve Belichick,"
Right.
and that's where people jumped on
Well,
you.
he got a mullet, you know.
It's the mullet?
I mean,
He's got a really off-color Steve Belichick joke somewhere.
Yeah, it's sitting there. He's just
Very clear.
waiting to air it out, and he's just waiting to find out what the medical
Greg,
issues
I didn't
are.
want to make like it's easy to pile on and make jokes about Belichick.
Sure it is.
Everything that's going on at UNC.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to make a joke about Steve Belichick necessarily because he's on medical leave right now. And who knows? We find out it is, you know?
okay.
I don't want to crack a joke. We find out the dude's dying. That would not be nice.
No, that wouldn't be nice. Bill, his daddy, was the subject of a joke at the Hall of Fame thing.
What
hear
did you
about
make of that? I thought it was weird that Adam Vinatieri thought he was at a roast.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
Right? It was weird.
It was funny though. I mean,
No,
not
it's
bad.
funny, but it's just I never heard the Hall of Fame speech being treated like a roast.
I know.
You're thanking everybody that's in attendance and you're cracking a joke at them.
I think that's indicative of where Bill Belichick's career has sunk to. I really do. I mean, everything has become such a catastrophe. This all-time Super Bowl winner is now in a dumpster fire at North Carolina, and I think he's fair game now. It's like, poor Bill, you know. So Adam Vinatieri says he couldn't be here. He's at his girlfriend's cheerleading practice. I think that's okay. That doesn't bother me.
So on top of that, you guys had a lot to say about Uber drivers and tipping and things like that. So like normally when there's the driver detour, they're pooling things together because they don't get paid well enough. My bigger question is, are you going back to add a greater tip? Because the complaint yesterday was, I give a tip, then it takes too long. I can't take it away.
I want to take back some of my tips.
But if you were to be at 20%, let's say,
Sure.
from the jump, would you be someone? Because like I add the tip that I want to give, and if it doesn't happen, okay, it is what it is. But if you're saying, let me start at 10%, so that way, if all goes according to plan, I'll go back into the app and give more. Is that something you'd be willing to do?
I don't go by percentages with delivery.
Okay, so
I think
say
it's
you had a
different
certain
from
amount
wait
of cash.
service.
That's fine. So say you had a certain amount of money that you were willing to give.
I mean,
overall.
if I were to go and add more money to the tip, like something would have had to have happened to make me feel like something extraordinary to make me feel like, because I don't
and
think
so that's why they don't let you go back and get rid of it.
here
They do actually let you edit tips, I'm pretty sure.
not take back. No, believe me,
It's called editing.
Believe me, I tried last week after my experience. You can add to the tip, but I do want to add a couple things.
You look like a ticket scalper.
I do want to add a couple things. Number one, people were saying that the driver can see the tip, all right? That's why you should give a good tip, and that's why you give the tip up front, because the driver sees it, and that's why he takes your order. But you guys here were telling me that the driver cannot see the tip until after the delivery has been made. So which one is it? Because those are two very different things, and that's an important
You're
factor.
asking a lot of questions. You're an undercover cop. You look like you're trying to solicit drugs.
You can continue, Jeremy.
On top of that, also the reason that we don't tip in Europe is because they actually get paid livable wages. So I had Amin really specifically mention that he believes something is changing in Las Vegas as regard to the Raiders. I want to make sure we all have that out there and have that marked down, as well as he will be joining Mike at the Bills game in Buffalo on September 18th. So we need to make sure that there are follow-ups to both of those things throughout the year. We're keeping up with the Raiders, and we're making sure that he's attending that game.
Greg, do you think it's weird that Mike, if I just told you Mike Ryan is going to see the Lions at the Bills, does that strike you as an odd thing for him
Yes.
to do?
Yeah, I don't. My big question would be why.
Right.
Seems like a fun game. The start of a new era at Highmark
But I'll say it
Stadium.
again. They're fun games every week.
Right. Are
Yeah,
you
and I
from
like to-
Buffalo?
I
Are
like-
you from Buffalo?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm going up to Buffalo.
I'll
with-
defend Mike here. It's historically like I'm going to go to an NFL game to tailgate and have a good time. Like Buffalo would be in the top 2 or 3 of.
It would?
That seems like a
Yeah.
fun.
I'll live the rest of my life trying to avoid going.
I went to our Dolphins playoff game a couple years ago in Buffalo where we almost won.
You have a reason. The Dolphins are in a
But
playoff
I'm
game.
just saying, though, like, this is the first game at Highmark Stadium, and just in general, that tailgating, the wings before, like, it's a cool town to be in surrounding a football
Yeah, I
game.
did it once before for a Sunday night game between Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers, and I had a blast. And that was at the old stadium, so I want to check out the new stadium and be around that energy. It's a Thursday standalone game. It's a good game.
If I was tailgating at a Dolphin game, all right, Dolphins-Jets, I'm tailgating at a Dolphin game, and someone comes up and just says, hello, like, hey, it's my first time here. Like, oh, cool, nice to meet you. You must be a Jets fan. They're like, no, just came to have a good time today. I'm from wherever the hell.
Yeah.
I would look at that guy, you're weird,
I
man.
meet those
What are you
people
here
at,
for?
I meet those people at MLB ballparks and at NHL arenas all the time.
I think
People that
MLB's
just love the sport and want to experience the new.
See, Greg, I think MLB is
experiences.
a little bit different. That feels like a thing where you got. I don't know why it is for MLB, but it seems like a thing where it's like, I want to go to all MLB parks, right?
That's true. And it's another thing. Like, we were in New York recently. We went to a Yankee game because we're in New York.
I'm a Yankee fan.
Yeah, well, you're a fake fan, and you know it. But that's different. If you're in a town on vacation and you go to that game, that's different. But if all you're doing is spending a lot of money to travel to that game and you have nothing to do with either
Lean
team,
back. There you go.
it's odd. I'm not saying I'm not knocking it, and you will
It's
have
odd.
a great
I
time.
love
but it's odd.
I love the sport. I want to take in all the cathedral of sport, and I really like when this game. I'm not a huge golf guy, but I like, since I'm not bound to an NFL team, and two really good quarterbacks are playing, I want to see that matchup. I want to say I saw Josh Allen against Aaron Rodgers. I went to Patrick Mahomes versus Tom Brady. Brady won that game easily, but Patrick Mahomes had an all-time highlight, that spinning attempt that he had near the goal line.
I'd rather watch Red Zone.
Zaslow, if I said
But I only go to standalone games because I also would rather watch Red Zone.
if I said to you, pick two NFL teams that you'd hypothetically want to watch play this season, Bills and Lions would be up there for you. Like, this is I don't know. I don't know what we're doing.
On the
Mike.
surface, like
It's objectively a good game.
Bills Lions Thursday Night Football, first regular season game at Highmark Stadium. If I can make that happen, if I can swing that, I'd like to do it. It's not like I'm a Dolphin fan that I feel some type of way about the Bills.
I hope
actually
you
kinda
get one of the
favor
obstructed
Bills.
view seats.
After the whole
got
Pat
good seats.
Paul debacle yesterday, Chris, I just can't wait to watch you be great today.
Yeah, that was
tough.
that one sat with me.
That was really tough. It was tough to listen to. It was tough to watch.
It was so
I was
obvious
so
he did not
grateful.
hear the first name.
I just couldn't have been happier that Dan wasn't here for that one. And then you guys were talking about cultural cachet, and then Amin under his breath said tache, and I just wanted to give you a few things that would give you cultural tache.
I don't remember that at all,
which
but go
includes
ahead.
being a triple threat, acting, dancing, and singing. If you have some style that maybe breaks gender norms, if you
Your
are
time's
Bruce
running out.
Springsteen, you like baseball, or if you're a man who likes female pop music.
All right, very good, Jeremy. Jeremy's back, everybody. Give it
a
up for
triple
Jeremy.
threat,
Very
Zaz?
nice, Jeremy.
Not
Nice
me.
back. Yes.
Very
You
good.
just if you have that. If you
Tache,
are a
tache.
triple threat, acting, dancing, singing. You have
So-
some cultural tache.
So before we get to that, there's been NBA schedule leakage. All right, there's been leakage, and before we get to that, we do have some. We have a little bit of beef, it seems, on Twitter. So Norman Powell, he's going to play for the Chicago Bulls this season. This past year, he played for the Miami Heat. And Norman Powell, there was, I guess, a story done on him recently, kind of like a profile because he's now with the Bulls. And as part of his, departure from Miami, Norman Powell, Greg, was quoted here as saying, honestly, I thought I would be going back to Miami throughout the course of the year. We knew they wanted to get Giannis. We heard some rumblings that Norm and Giannis sounds really good, so I thought that was the path. But it seemed like they were like, if you want Giannis, you have to take Bobby Portis. I think that played a part with the CBA rules and the hard cap with sending out money and receiving money. They could have made moves and done things if they wanted to. Obviously, Wiggins would have had to opt out and take less than his $30 million, and they would have had to move Nico. But teams are going to do what they want. They didn't make the moves necessary to do so. End quote. I would add, real quick here, the Heat made no effort to keep Norman Powell. And the reason they made no effort to keep Norman Powell is because they wanted LeBron, and you weren't going to be able to have both. So they took a gamble of not bringing back Norman Powell because they thought it was worth to go after LeBron. And it was also smart. A player, wrong side of 30, career-type year, injury history. We're not giving multi-years for that.
Right.
That's ultimately what it boiled down to. Do you have any problem with anything Norman Powell said right there?
No, it didn't. I thought I hadn't heard that, and I thought you were preparing me for he was going to burn a bridge.
Seems pretty pragmatic.
Yeah, it seems very pragmatic. It seems pretty mild. I mean, I'm used to players going from one team to another and throwing some real shade at the other team. I didn't feel like that was that?
No, he's just saying I wanted to come back, and they decided that they weren't going to offer me the money that they weren't in a position. And he specifically points out here because they had to take Bobby Portis back in the deal. That takes up a certain amount of money. So that brings us now to Bobby Portis responding to that. All right, and in theory, you would say, I don't know, it didn't sound like Norman Powell said anything negative there about Bobby Portis.
I feel like the worst thing he's saying about Bobby Portis here is like you're part of the math equation.
Yeah.
Like it was a numbers game and they had to put you in to make the numbers work. Like I feel like that's the most offended if I'm Bobby Portis I could get from that.
You look like you're in a Pringles commercial when they show the guy that's eating the Lay's and he takes his hand out of the bag and he wipes it on his shirt.
Yeah, but my shirt's clean, dog.
No, but that's the type of shirt that they wear because they can't have
But people
brands.
who are listening, I don't want them to think now that I got like a dirty shirt on, all right? So you don't mischaracterize me like that. Bobby Portis, he then tweets out, in response, he quote tweets.
Wow.
You know what a quote tweet is, Greg?
I do, yeah.
right.
How about that?
So I won't make you explain. So Bobby Portis,
Thank
he
you.
responds to that with, yo, Norm, and he tags Norman Powell, all right? It already seems a little bit aggressive when he
yo.
goes to
Yeah,
well
yo.
and the Norm, by shortening the name a little bit. Yo, Norm.
A little redundant because then he puts his handle. It could have just been yo, his handle.
Yeah, that's always weird. You're right. Yo, Norm, I always respected your game from a distance. We in the same draft. Shout out to 2015. Only about 9 of us left. But keep my name out your mouth, brother. I ain't no throwing piece. From champ to champ, respectfully, King. Be blessed, brother.
Wow.
That was respect.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a play on.
I feel like he so badly wanted to dunk on him. I'm a champ and you're not, but he's just like from champ to champ. He like looked him up. He's like, damn, he does have a title.
It's an interesting mix of aggression with love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was uncalled for. I think what Norman Powell wrote didn't deserve that. I think that was full of sarcasm.
And Norman Powell, who, by the way, seems like one of the most docile players in the league.
Right.
Just seems like a nice guy.
And it's also weird that Norman Powell coming off an all-star season, albeit his only one, and Portis is a sixth man. I mean, he's a nice player. I think he's a good piece that they got, but he's not a star. I mean, it's just weird.
Yeah, I don't. I will say I like this response from Bobby Portis because the Miami Heat need more of an edge, and this is a player with an edge. And whether he's overreacting or not, which is a little bit of an overreaction, but whether he's overreacting or not, the Miami Heat have been missing this edge. And I think we knew this about Bobby Portis when they acquired him, that he's their type of guy. I mean, what was my big thing after the last game of this past season where they lost to Charlotte? I mean, I came here the next day shouting, what happened to the team I love? And meaning, like, your captain gets taken out on a dirty play and nobody does shit. And like in a microcosm, what happened to the team I love where you're not going to stand up for that guy? Where's the attitude?
Yeah, where's
this
the UD?
team?
Where's the UD?
Where's the toughest, most physical, nastiest, meanest, dirtiest team, hardworking in the NBA? Like Pat Riley's mantra when he got here. And where did that team go? And I feel like Bobby Portis brings a little bit of that back.
You look like Santa first day of the off season headed towards a cruise.
So is there a response? Like, is there more to this now?
Yeah, we have next. So basically, Norman Powell reacting to what he said, what Portis said going viral.
Okay.
He basically put some face emojis. He's like one-line quotes just to make social media have a field day. And then some random person writes, if you want to hop on an episode, some guy just trying to get him on a podcast. And then and then Norman basically just goes on nothing.
What if the guy actually doesn't have a podcast? Just like, if you want to talk on the phone with me. So then what else did Norman Powell say there in response? Okay, so the guy said if you want to hop on to the podcast.
That's a heady play by this guy. Just trying to strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, like what if he doesn't even have a podcast? It's like, here's the number, call in. He's just going to have a phone conversation with Norman Powell. All right, so Norman Powell, I guess, responded to that, and he said there's nothing set straight, like we're all good. Is that what we're doing here? I guess so.
Trying to downplay it.
He says here, nothing is set straight. People will see things on social media and run with their own opinions and assumptions. I know what I said and how I meant it. Everything else is just outside noise, but it's fun to go back and forth with fans that think they know everything. All right, There you go.
All right.
An aggressive response from Bobby Portis.
But you like that, though.
I do like it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think the team needs to get back to what its roots had always been, and that's being a lot tougher than they've been for the last couple of years.
Overtly tougher.
Yeah, even if it's unnecessarily tougher.
Yeah, every
Like-
once in a while.
Like, we got to get back to being that team that everyone hates.
He did respond to Bobby Portis directly, by the way.
Okay.
So he did say, I'm going to go ahead and clean this up the way that I would say this. You're my dog, brother. Always supporting. You want to chop it up? Hit my line directly. Class of 2015, still hooping.
Nice. I didn't know that was a thing where it's like whatever your class is, like you rep your
Yeah, I
draft
know.
class.
It's weird, right?
Okay.
You look like you just got drafted to Monday Night Raw.
Ooh, the red brand. So the Marlins were off yesterday, but the night before, 2 nights ago, Sandy Alcantara broke he made history.
Yeah.
All right. And we know when he made history earlier this season, it was very controversial because he got the all-time strikeouts record and no one knew. Nobody knew about it. And not only did the crowd not know, and Tommy Hutton made sure to chastise everyone about not knowing, which I thought was a little bit unfair. But then it was really on the team who decided not even to acknowledge it.
Why?
Right? I don't know. I don't know. So this occasion 2 nights ago, when Sandy was, what are we talking here, Jeremy? 2 1/3 innings away?
Yes. At 2 1/3 is when he set the record. After 2 innings, he tied the record. After 2 1/3 innings, he set the record for the most innings pitched in Marlins history.
All right, let's hear the historic moment here.
And his family here at the ballpark, they watch on.
He shook.
He
He
likes
shook
it
to
now.
a changeup.
2-2. Is cut on and missed. It was a cutter on the bottom rail. And Sandy's got the honor he's always coveted the most. Sandy Alcantara has gotten more outs than anyone who has ever put on a Marlins uniform.
Who has just set the Miami Marlins franchise record for career innings pitched.
Okay, now I would say
Lesson learned.
I don't believe that the Marlin fan who you saw there, if you're watching on video, was standing and clapping. I don't think it's because they arrived at Lone Depot Park knowing that Sandy was 2 innings away. I think it's because the team did the right thing and put it on the scoreboard this time.
No doubt.
Yeah, we did let them know multiple times. Well, I'm part of the in-game. So I was there before the game, and it was fun.
So you
because-
said, hey, remember when you didn't let anybody know about the record? Let's do the opposite
So
this time.
being in the meetings, there was all sorts of stuff that went down before the previous record that led to the graphic only being shown or supposed to be shown in between innings as opposed to where it happened.
There's no defense.
I'm not defending.
Okay, good.
I'm articulating what happened from
no
there.
defense.
So what happened from there was when I walked into our meeting before the game about like, okay, where does everything
How does that go?
today?
Do you like stand at the head of the table? You're like, guys,
Me?
just want to
Nah, I'm just
make sure we're all aware of what's
I'm
happening.
a nice observer.
Okay.
I'm there to let the people behind the scenes do their job, and I'm just the pretty face at the front of the camera. But when I walk in, one of the first things that gets brought up is, okay, Sandy is 2 1/3 innings away. So after 2 innings, we will show a graphic in between innings, which they did. So the inning comes to a close. There's a little standing ovation. He's tied the record. And then, in that 3rd inning, when Joe Mack throws the ball back to Sandy Alcantara, there will be pyro. There will be a graphic. There was a full meeting to make sure this goes off the right way. And it went greit. It was really exciting to see. And Sandy really does covet that one because, look, longevity with this franchise, there's a reality in this that it hasn't always existed for so many players. We've seen Sandy in trade rumors for the last, 3, 4, 5, 6, like basically every year of his career. And he has never been traded. He is now the guy who's thrown more innings in a Marlins uniform than anybody, in part, not because he started the most games, but because he goes so deep into games as well. So to me, I'm like looking around at all the records that he set. I'm looking at a guy who's won a Cy Young. I'm like, are we witnessing a guy who's already on the Mount Rushmore of Marlins players still presently in the uniform? And that's kind of a rarity where you get to know you're watching one of the greatest players in franchise history as it's happening.
Marlins Mount Rushmore. Okay. I first, when I think of Marlins Mount Rushmore, the very first name that comes to my mind is Dontrell.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Mine would be Miguel.
Okay, but that's 2. Those 2, I think, absolutely belong. Any objections? Dontrell, Miguel Cabrera. Anyone object to those 2 being on the Mount Rushmore? I think that's a good place to start.
Conine and Cabrera?
Well, Miguel is Cabrera. Yeah.
No, I'm just clarifying. We were having some conversation back here, so I'm clarifying. We're starting with Conine and Cabrera.
Okay, but we started with Dontrell and Miguel.
You started with Dontrell and Cabrera.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So those are two. Is Conine a unanimous Mount Rushmore?
I don't think so.
I'm not sure
I think
he
we
is.
keep talking this out.
No, I'd vote Sandy on the mountain before Conine.
Well, I want to think if there was anyone we'd put before Sandy. Like if there's anyone that would keep him
Beckett?
out.
Sheffield.
What do we do about Jose?
Sheffield's a good
Not
nominee.
didn't have enough longevity.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was headed towards it.
Okay. Okay, so we got two for sure. Dontrell, Miguel Cabrera.
I can give you the guys who are in the Marlins Legends Hall of Fame
Sure.
because the first class was Conine and Luis Castillo. Luis Castillo, longevity and a champion, and I believe
twice.
their hits leader. It's D-Train and Beckett this year who will be inducted later this season. To me, that's the debatable one.
I think Luis Castillo's up there. He was on both teams. All
yeah.
right. I think
Castillo I'd put there before I would put Cabrera, if I'm being honest. Yeah.
That's our best player ever. That's
Right,
the
but
guy
there's
that's
a
just
difference-
most talented player we've ever had.
and that's where this question goes, right? Is most talented. Jose is the most talented pitcher they ever had.
This is the best versus greatest conversation because the best player to ever play for the Miami Heat is LeBron James.
Right.
So the greatest player is Dwayne Wade.
Correct.
But Miguel Cabrera was still pretty great when it's not like he went on and had his best years somewhere else.
Well, he did win the
He
Triple
did.
Crown.
He won
in
the Triple
Detroit.
Crown elsewhere and a bunch of MVPs.
No, but he was still amazing with the Marlins.
Yeah, but he won multiple MVPs with the other team.
Yeah. Do we
He
give
played
consideration?
5 seasons here.
Do we give consideration? Well, and of course, World Series champion, and played a significant role on that team. Do we give Mike Lowell consideration?
Not ahead of the guys we're talking
Not
about.
ahead of Sandy.
Consideration, though. Consideration. Great career. But let me say one more thing about Sandy before we get off this subject.
Lean back for it.
And I don't mean this as a criticism of him being thrilled about the innings pitched record. Career strikeouts record, much bigger record. Much more impressive, bigger. That deserved to be celebrated more than the innings pitched.
It was celebrated in an equal way. It was just timed misappropriately.
Right.
The reality is the guy that we're forgetting about here is Giancarlo Stanton.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone's forgetting.
Nope,
we're
Stanton-
talking this out.
Somebody
Stanton
who
is-
guesses when they hit doesn't get to be on the
Stanton,
Mount Rushmore.
that's amazing. Stanton is third in games played offensively for the Marlins. He played more games as a Marlin than Lowell
He was
did.
here for what,
He's the
7
franchise
years?
leader in homers
Yeah, 60
by
home run
over
season.
100 homers. He was an MVP. He's a guy that you probably consider not only ahead of Lowell, but if you're gonna do it with either Castillo or Conine and take one of those
It's
down.
a tough list.
So that's where it's like, if I'm going 2 pitchers and 2 hitters, this is where the conversation goes. It's basically Dontrell, Beckett, and Sandy, for me, that I'm having that conversation with. And it's Castillo, Conine, and Stanton above Miguel Cabrera. He played 5 seasons here.
I gotta
We're talking
tell ya.
about the best players. You can go Cabrera and Fernandez, but I don't think that's the
I think
conversation.
this is pretty simple. It's pretty simple to me. It's Sandy, Dontrell, Miguel Cabrera, Luis Castillo. That's the best 4.
I got to tell you, I think I have a hard time putting Sandy over there on it ahead of Beckett.
Really?
Game 6, short
Yeah.
rest.
World Series.
I think I got a hard time doing that. It's a very tough list. All right.
Surprisingly tough.
The nation is excited about this debate, though.
Well,
Good.
This is
They should
local
be.
hour. Oh, so speaking of baseball, it's very rare, guys. It's very rare that I get excited about something in the regular season Major League Baseball. And last night, I was excited about something, all right? Because I love quirky bullshit in baseball. And last night in Toronto, the Red Sox were playing at the Jays. Boy, did we have some quirky bullshit, all right? Did you see this? You know what I'm talking about here,
Yes,
Greg?
yes.
So the Jays beat the Red Sox last night 2-1. But in the 7th, and the Red Sox are like the best team in baseball. In the 7th inning, though, last night, the score was 2-0. Top of the 7th inning, Red Sox were at bat. The score was 2-0 Jays. There's runners on first and third. You following along here, Greg?
Yes, I am.
Slow me down if you lose track.
No, I'm good.
There's runners on first and third. There is 1 out. The scoreboard in the stadium says 2 out. There's a pop fly into center field. The Red Sox base runners think there's 2 out, so they're moving on contact. first and third. Outs made in center field, but it's only the second out. And the Jays in the field know this, and they throw the ball. Like, they're confused. Why did these guys run? They throw the ball to first, out number 3, because the guy, was already on second, inning over. The umpires, though, award the run. Even though the guy didn't tag, award the run because the run scored, crossed home plate, before the runner was picked off of first base. So that run counts now to make it 2-1. But the Jays are all kinds of confused in the crowd, in the field. So here's the umpire. The umpires are now mic'd up, which is great, by the way, because you go back just a few years ago, this was always a problem with Major League Baseball, where as opposed to if a strange play happens in the NBA, all right, the PA announcer is going to come on and explain what the hell's going on. That doesn't happen in baseball. Like, everybody in the crowd is like, all right, the inning's over. They're upset about something. I don't know what. So I guess we're just going to keep it moving. It's like a weird baseball thing. At least now the umpires have a microphone and they can explain a little bit of what's going on. So here is the umpire, the home plate umpire. He's mic'd up and he's explaining now what is going on.
All of you at home.
Okay. So what we have here is we have a time play, meaning when the third out was made at first base with the runner not tagging up. The runner that was on third base also did not tag, but crossed home plate before the third out was made at first base. So that is a time play. We are going to New York to do a rules check.
Right, so they went to New York to check if the runner touched home. He didn't tag, but if he touched home before the third out at first base was made. And it turned out he touched home first. So the run scores, the inning is over. And it's not like now, hey, but what happened? Like he didn't tag there. So this is such a stupid, quirky baseball thing where even though the umpire knows, the third base umpire is watching, but he didn't tag. He just went and scored. But hey, if the defense doesn't try and appeal right here, I'm gonna allow it. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, the umpire's explanation was tortured. It was staggering, and he didn't know how to explain it.
It's like, this is gonna sound so stupid, but I'm gonna try.
And it did. It's the weirdest comedy play in baseball since Abbott and Costello did Who's on First in 1938. I saw the video like 3 or 4 times, and I'm still not sure exactly what happened. Players are going like this.
Further away.
It was weird.
When the umpire starts with, okay, it doesn't inspire a ton of confidence. That was my concern right from the jump.
But how crazy is it that you don't have to tag. You don't have to wait until the ball is caught. It only matters if the defense, not the umpire, if the defense catches you. The umpire can catch you, but the umpire's going to let it go only if the defense has a problem with it.
A reference from 88 years ago.
My confusion was not any better after listening to the sideline reporter try to explain how Max Scherzer felt, because I still didn't understand what had happened. I heard her report before you explained these rules to me.
I did a good job explaining it,
You
right?
did great.
Yeah.
You did great. I understand
love
now.
quirky rules like
Yeah,
this.
it's amazing. The fourth out is like a craziest thing.
Now let me explain. Do you know the fourth out rule, Greg?
I don't.
Okay, so this came into play yesterday. Chris, do you know the fourth out rule? You're a
I've never
baseball
even
guy.
heard of it.
Okay, so in a circumstance like this, because it's like, maybe the fielders, they want to get the third out. They want to get out of the inning, and the quickest way to do that is not to throw to third, but to throw to first base and get the third out. So they shouldn't be penalized for trying to get a third out, and then that allows the run to score because of a timing play. That's when the fourth out rule comes into play. What you can do there is get the third out at first base, but then you have to also immediately appeal. Like, the inning's technically over, but you can then immediately appeal at third. But here's the thing. Are your players and the pitchers still on the field? Because if they start walking off the field, the inning's over now. And that's what happened last night. You can't appeal for a fourth out if your team is walking off the field. Then the inning is really over. And that's what happened.
I mean, I guess the simplest solution for the fielders of, like, how do we avoid this is if multiple runners take off, you get the lead. You don't throw to the first base, you get the lead. I'm just trying to think of if I'm a coach trying to teach my players how to avoid this again. If there's ever a situation where every runner takes off, let's not go to first base. Let's attack the lead base. It's insane. That's why baseball gives you these instances. A couple of weeks ago, Jeremy, I don't remember what it was, but there's just always these plays in baseball that you don't see in other sports. Every other sport, we've seen that play happen before. Baseball gives you the wildest shit.
No, the simple solution is have a guy who can operate the scoreboard correctly.
Well, maybe the scoreboard was broken.
I think the runners need to understand.
I think that
what's
the
going on.
in-stadium entertainment staff works really, really hard, and no one should be fired over.
You got
silly
one job,
mistakes
Alex,
like
guy.
this.
The fourth out.
The fourth out is crazy. I had no idea. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
You have just explained to me something
Because
in baseball I had no idea
they
about.
apparently tried to appeal for the fourth out, and the home plate umpire waved them off and said, "Nope, too late."
So it was like after they'd already left. So this is sort of
They
like the
started to
ABS
leave.
challenge thing.
They
where
started
it's
to
like,
leave,
if
yeah.
you don't touch your helmet quick
Yeah.
enough, they won't do the challenge.
Yeah.
So this is a situation where because they were walking off the field and
Innings
someone
over.
went, "Hey, should we maybe appeal that over?" It was
Innings
too
over.
late.
Too
Yep.
late.
That is bizarre.
Baseball, man.
I love baseball.
And again, the weirdest part to me is a few years ago, before home plate umpires had microphones, all of this bullshit would be happening, and everyone, 25,000, 30,000 people in attendance, are not allowed to know what's going on.
Right. And chances are the announcers wouldn't know. They
But
don't
at
know
least
how
at
to
some
explain it.
point, the announcers kind of figure it out and then tell the audience. But the people in attendance, like, I don't know what's happening.
You look like Connor Stallion scouting Wisconsin.
I can't help it if I found a color that really works with my skin tone. I can't help it if I found a color
You
that
think
really brings
it's
out these
working?
boyish good looks. I know it's working. I don't need any confirmation here. I know I look good in red. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I look good in red.
Number 29, Jimmy Graham.
Wow. Number 28, I Show Speed.
Ah, come on.
Can I take,
Taz is your boy.
Not my boy.
Can I take a quibble with your list real quick? Just let me take a quibble. How is Jimmy Graham ahead of Tony Gonzalez? Like, what are you doing?
I think Jimmy Graham was a better college basketball player.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think that dude ate glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And neck is a tight end.
And like they were only
Not-
separated.
not
Neck and neck is a tight end,
not
Dan.
neck-
Yeah,
no,
they're-
Look at Jimmy
yeah.
Graham's seasons, Dan.
No, Tony Gonzalez is better, but like in terms of the back of the, I mean, Jimmy Graham just casually started playing football, dude.
Right.
I think like the ease that it came to be an all timer separates them, and again, they're only separated by Jameis Winston on this list. Yes, but they're both behind I Show Speed. Number 27, Kenny Lofton.
You've fallen in love with I Show Speed.
I think it's an incredible story.
You've
The guy-
come around on him.
No,
Stupid story.
I've always been in on him. The guy was barking at people in front of like a couple dozen Twitch streamers, and then he's playing before the World Cup. It's an incredible story. It's an incredible American story.
What was he playing?
He was playing one of his songs.
You haven't been always in on him. You've been what Zaz is presently, where you were saying to yourself, what is it about this guy? And then the first time you actually got informed, you're like, oh, I get it.
No, the first time that I put effort into like watching it and the stuff that he does, and admittedly,
What's he do?
It's not for me. It's skewed to a younger audience, but he's a master when it comes to engagement, and it's also like he doesn't have the chops. Like he puts himself out there, things that can embarrass him. I think the production when he goes on tours, it's some of the great organic content that's out there. Really genuine, funny moments that come from improvisational skills. His team around him is incredible with the content. Don't
He waved
Yeah,
his
I
hand.
did.
No, I think when he goes on tour,
I shooed you.
he gets like Michael Jackson level reaction.
Really? He gets Michael Jackson
Yes.
level reaction?
Yes, he
Michael
does.
Jackson.
Yes.
The king of pop.
Yes, he does.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael
There's
Jackson.
Michael Jackson, and there's I Show
Yeah.
Speed. Similar response. Similar crowd
know ball.
reactions.
You don't know ball.
Michael Jackson, I Show Speed. Okay.
You sound like an embarrassing person. You sound old as shit. Kenny Lofton played for Lute Olson's Arizona Wildcats. He was really good. Number 26, Patrick Mahomes. The bloodline. He is the most talented quarterback we've ever seen, and if he wanted to play pro baseball, it's in his genes. I bet you he could. Number 25, I'm an ally, Ronda Rousey. She also did some MMA. Number 24, Mickey McCarty. Was drafted by 3 professional sports leagues.
Did you just make Mahomes high on this list because his dad was a baseball player?
Yeah, well, I'm sure he could have and been really good at it. Number 23.
So you put that ahead of Kyler Murray, who actually got a great deal of money for playing baseball. You don't even know if Mahomes played baseball.
Number 23, Anthony Kaladiu.
Oh, stop.
I mean, I'm selling you short, pal. As you know, tried out for the Miami Heat. Tried out for How good do you have to be considered to play college quarterback without being able to throw a football? You had to throw an imaginary one.
So bothered by Jimmy Graham being ahead of Tony Gonzalez.
Come on, Dan.
Okay, are you guys ready? Because this is very exciting. This would have been the top 10 if he respected anything.
Is this our 3rd time doing 18 and 17?
Yes. We've done it a number of different times.
This is the real one.
These used to be in the top 10, and now everything's moved back, and it might still not be 18. This might, keep in mind, this might be in the 30s by the time that we're done. Because
70 is absolutely the ceiling unless it goes to 75. That would be the absolute ceiling. But right now, it's a top 70 catchphrase countdown.
What are you shaking your head about, Zaz?
I feel like we've been inside the top 20 for months.
That's the beauty of this.
I thought we were going to be into the top 10 by now. I think we're further back than we were. I thought we were closer than 18 and 17 a while back. I thought we've already done 18 and 17 a couple of different times.
Yeah, once. And now, number 18. Put a Lobo's mint under your pillow and dream big.
Wow. A classic.
He's winded. He's
I'm a little
amazing. He
winded.
does these very well. You will hear nothing in the way of criticism from me on how well you do these.
Thank you.
This list is extraordinary. When number 58 is Who Maketh the Salad.
Yeah, who made it a salad? Past tense. Number 17. What'd he say? Thank you.
Wait a minute. That's Zaz's.
I know.
What'd he say?
That belongs to Zaz.
No, Greg's right.
I've been saying that for years. What'd he say? But you got to say it like that.
But that's how Zaz says it.
Wait a minute. Say it.
No, Zaz doesn't say it that way.
That is how Zaz says
I've
it.
never heard
him say that.
Well, say it.
No, I'm not your monkey.
Oh,
everybody
so
just
so
everybody
it's not
just knows.
your phrase.
No, I'll say it when I want to say it.
Hey,
everybody
monkey.
knows. Everyone. That's what I say.
Say it then.
That is such bullshit.
Do you guys hear what Pat Riley said?
What do you say? That's my phrase.
Hey,
I've
stop
been
stealing
saying that for
Greg's.
years.
Stop stealing Greg's catchphrase.
No, that was entirely
Seriously.
different.
You're effing with me now, right? You're
No.
effing with me.
I've heard Greg say that countless times.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. The other one that you stole of mine, which was what? That was.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
No, he didn't steal that from me.
Right. Like, that's bullshit enough. All right. But I honestly, I don't believe that you actually knew that I said that, even though everyone knows that's what I'm talking about.
This episode of the Dan Le Batard Show is presented by DraftKings Sports. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Tony, we going to do it? Are we doing it today?
I mean, I don't see a mean.
I think we're going to do it.
And he was very confident yesterday.
He said he could do it.
I think you're going to do it. So Aaron Donald, he's preparing, maybe. We don't know for sure. maybe to return to the Rams this year. And part of his workout routine, I don't know if you saw this, Greg, but he's in his pool and he just, I guess he's balancing this 5-gallon jug of water. He just holds it with his hand. Like, that's crazy, right, Greg?
I don't know. Is it?
What?
Yeah,
I said it.
He hasn't
as soon
felt
as
it,
you,
that's why.
As soon as you brought this up, I said to Mike, I'm like, he's going to say he could do it.
And then I was like, he might die.
I mean, my wrist would break if I tried that. That is so difficult what he is doing right there.
What does that weigh? What is that amount of water
A
weigh?
5-gallon jug like that weighs probably close to 50 pounds.
But it's also, you're holding a little handle
Yeah.
that is then connected by a massive barrel.
Right.
Like, that is so difficult what he's doing there.
Interesting.
Well, we have challenged Tony. We want Tony to try this.
Oh my gosh.
Tony, do you think you can do it?
How much does the internet say?
AI, Google is telling me 41.7 pounds.
Okay, so close to 50.
And again, it's not even the weight. It's the small
The weight
handle.
distribution.
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
It's about balance.
Yeah.
It's about core strength, really.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
about
It's about holding
drive.
that
It's about
thing.
power.
Thank you.
It's about Eye of the Tiger.
Exactly right, which I'm going to have up there. So we talked about it yesterday. Can I do a gallon in the 5-gallon jug? Yes. Can I do 2? Can I do 3?
Oh,
I
so
think
you're going to go from you're going to raise
Well,
the
no, we're gonna,
stakes?
because it's already filled,
Okay.
right? So I'm going to have to do the whole 5.
Okay.
But then we'll do the ladder to see how much I could do if I can't do the
All right,
5.
go,
How close
go,
we can get.
go.
All right, here we go.
41.7, by the way, is the water alone with the plastic jug. They say that adds 1 to 2 pounds. So we're looking at 43 to 44 pounds.
All right.
total.
Go.
Heavy.
Let's do it. Go. Let us know when you're ready. Go
Before
ahead.
we bring Adnan aboard, want to highlight what's going on in Colombia. It's been a devastating summer for South America. We all know what happened in Venezuela, and now Colombia was rocked by an earthquake yesterday. The videos are horrific. I know many in our audience were touched by this. Family out in Colombia. Comms are down. It's a really bad situation. I was mortified watching a lot of this yesterday. So we're asking our listeners to please support World Central Kitchen as they are on the ground right now providing meals to survivors and first responders in Colombia. Visit WCK.org to donate now and support emergency food relief for the affected families. Again, donate now at WCK.org.
Good job, Mike. Let's bring aboard Adnan Verk joining us, host of Amazon Prime, Monday Night Hockey, and NHL Unscripted, Verk and Demers podcast. Hello, Adnan. How are you?
I'm doing great, Zaz. Normally people lead off the MLB Network. I'm impressed. You're going with my hockey bona fides. Clearly you're a hockey
Yes.
guy. You want to talk a little Panthers conversation. Great to see you all. I know we're going to have some movie talks. So let's get this out of the way right now. This is supposed to be the summer of Christopher Nolan, The Odyssey, but Mike Ryan will back me up. This is the summer of Olivia Wilde. Directed The Invite, which is a fabulous movie, one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time, and also starring in I Want Your Sex, new film with Cooper Hoffman, the son of Philip Seymour Hoffman. The movies are back, folks. Zaz, the box office attendance up 10% this year over year, and that was before The Odyssey broke records, $1.8 billion, and before Spider-Man hit theaters. Movies are back.
Mike, are you going to back up Adnan that this is the summer of Olivia Wilde?
No, she's probably on the medal stand, but I'd go Zendaya and Anne Hathaway. They've had huge summers, although Anne Hathaway appears to be having a flop on her hands this week. When a big summer action movie that features dinosaurs surprises you with its release date because you haven't seen any marketing, it's usually a bad sign.
Good point by Mike. Anne Hathaway is definitely getting some Oscar consideration, though, for excellent work in The Odyssey. I enjoyed the entire cast. It's funny because people start to quibble and start to point flaws. Oh, it's clearly a great film. Like, it's a magnificent achievement. I'm like, it's a little long. I'm like, yeah, okay, but it's based on Homer's The Odyssey. The guy's got practical effects out the wazoo. Across the board, the cast is excellent. Well, I'm not sure about Tom Holland. I'm like, okay, fine. Not everyone's going to be a 10. How about John Leguizamo, though? This could also be the summer of John Leguizamo. He's back.
It
We're
can't be
expecting
the
him
summer of
to be-
John Leguizamo. It's not the summer of John Leguizamo.
I told you, I think he should win Best Supporting Actor.
Adnan, your
I
headphones
need
are
to be
killing
on
me.
it, Zaz. I need to be on John Leguizamo. From
What
the
is
summer
going
of
on with these
Stamp to the
headphones?
summer of Leguizamo.
What is going on? Like, it is
It's an
dangling
excellent
on.
point.
What's up with that
No,
earpiece?
What
the
is
right
happening
one,
here?
Right when needs
It's
work.
not a tangle. Zaz nailed it. It's the actual headphones. What it is the earpiece. My son's always stealing the headphones from me, and then I think he fell asleep in them one day, and now it's askew. And of course, everyone thinking to themselves, well, why don't you just go buy a new pair of headphones? But no, this is the lesson I'm teaching myself and my son. You stole my headphones. Now, Dad has to look like a moron.
It looks crazy.
Yeah, it's shaking. The right one is shaking.
Yeah, you can see it on the pitch clock once a month.
I think this could be, though, the summer of John Leguizamo. I think
Put it on the
Adnan-
poll?
Yeah, put it on the poll.
Yeah, put it on the poll. Is this the summer of John Leguizamo? I think it might be. Now, Adnan,
listen, one started in Summer of Sam. Now it's a Summer of Leguizamo. Go ahead.
Now, I'll let you in on something. The reason I didn't start with your MLB Network work is I'm now an MLB expert. Because I don't know if you heard, I just explained the fourth out rule to everyone.
Yes.
Did you previously know of the fourth out rule?
No, thank God, Zaz. You were there to explain it to me. I, like everybody, was dumbfounded and confused while watching it last night. The great Dan Schulman on the call for Red Sox and Blue Jays. I still believe I'm confused by it, but I guess at the end of the day, it's a timing rule. It looks like they got it right. Scoreboard error, not issue, 16-minute delay. Ultimately, the Jays do win the game, but it was a bizarre play. I'm sure our friend Tim Kirchman would say, I've never seen anything like that in 60 years of watching baseball.
I think, like I said, this maybe the strangest part to me is we can go back as recently just a few years ago. If the umpire is not mic'd up like he is these days, how does the crowd in attendance know what the hell is going on?
It's a great point. And it's funny. People sometimes say, well, the whole mic'd up issue, it's overrated, like in terms of like in-game interviews, manager interviews and such. But I'm with you. When it comes to umpires explaining things, it's vital. I mean, you go back and watch, look at how much ABS has changed the game now today. I go back, I'll watch old baseball games sometimes. I'm like, how could they blow that call? But of course, they didn't have occasional, they didn't have ABS. And so I'm with you. Definitely the NFL, I felt like, was at the forefront of explaining plays from the umpires. But yeah, definitely helpful to the crowd there at the Rogers Center.
And then, did you see Spider-Man Brand New Day yet?
No, and this will upset you, Zaz. I think you're more into superhero movies than I am. I generally have superhero fatigue, so my cousin bit the bullet for me. He said, listen, I'll take your kids rather than you having to go stomach it. And afterwards, I asked my kids. They loved it. They go, oh, it was so great, Dad. And I asked my cousin. He said, definitely would not like it. It was too long. It was, too much of the same crap over and over. But it's gotten good reviews, generally speaking. Of course, it's made a whale of money. What did you think?
I thought it was great. There's exactly one person, because it's 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. There's exactly one person who did not like this movie. It's Mike Ryan. Not only did Mike Ryan not like it, Adnan, Mike, you said it was horrible.
Yeah, I think it was in like Spider-Man 3 tier.
Wow.
It was way too long. Considering that's the last movie before the big Avengers movie, it did very little, I thought, to set that up. I do like that Peter Parker might be responsible for a big storyline going forward, but this entire movie could have been an email.
Oh, man. I mean...
Great dismount by Mike. The reason why, Zaz, I assumed you liked it, because remember last year's Superman, which was a huge hit, you loved it. I did. Yeah, and I did not like it. So I was like, you know what? This Superman is probably going to be more of the same. Let me ask you this then. What was better, last year's Superman or this year's Spider-Man?
Superman. Superman, I mean, at the time that I saw Superman, I said it's my favorite superhero movie ever. Like, I was so high on it. And why is that funny to you? Why is that so funny? Why can't it be my favorite?
Absurd take. That's an absurd take, Zaz. Even you can realize that is an absurd take.
I'm allowed to have anything I want to be my favorite anything, right, Greg?
You can even wear a red T-shirt if you want to.
And then, I look good. Red's a good color for me, right?
Red is a good color for you. I hope you have the trunks as well matching, but at the very least, red. Not everybody can pull off red. Resurrect the red. That should be the slogan of this summer. Along with Summer of Leguizamo, resurrect the red.
I knew it. I'm looking forward to the results there as this is summer of John Leguizamo.
You look like a Mountie that's on lifeguard duty.
Adnan, the Dodgers. Are the Dodgers, is there anything to be worried about there after this huge skid that they recently snapped out of?
I wish, Zaz. We talked to David Vassay yesterday. Does a fantastic job covering the Dodgers. And I said, the Dodgers have lost 8 of 9 games. This is a little bit surprising. He said, yeah, but they did this last summer, and they're going to get their pitching health, and everything's going to be fine. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. The only thing I will point to is the Brewers right now are on pace to win 102 games. That would be a franchise record. They won 97 a summer ago. The Braves right now are the 2nd seed. It would be fascinating to see, as my colleague and friend Matt Vasgersian pointed out, if the Dodgers are the 3rd seed, and if the Padres can squeak in as a 6th, Padres-Dodgers would be an unbelievable wildcard series. And as you guys know, it's just 2 games. You're telling me the Padres can't win 2 games after making some reinforcements now, acquiring Robbie Ray and Casey Mize, and the fact that their offense is now better. Manny Machado, Tatis has found it, Jackson Merrill. So I'm kind of hoping the Dodgers slip a little bit to a 3 seed. Maybe the Padres can punch them in the mouth and get a little bit of a surprise. But no, I'll say this for the Dodgers. Skubal pitched last night. It was okay, right? 5 innings, gave up 3 runs. Wasn't great. Caglione got to him a little bit. But Blake Snell pitches tonight. He might be their most vital starter. He hasn't pitched in 3 months. And yet he's fully confident. He's ramped up. He can go out there and throw 80, 85 pitches tonight. If we get Skubal, Snell, Ohtani, Glasnow come postseason, it'll be awfully tough to dethrone the Dodgers.
So, Adnan, how do you think the Dodgers feel when Tarik Skubal says, after the trade, that he would love to play his whole career in Detroit, Hopefully the negotiations pick back up in November once the playoffs are done.
Boy, you're hanging on.
And
you're
see
hanging
where
on
that
like
goes.
Adnan's headphones right there.
I'm doing just fine.
No,
What do
you're
you-
struggling.
What's the
You're
matter
holding
with you?
something down.
What's the matter with you?
You got a fart?
Hang on a second. I'm doing just fine now. Don't ever accuse me of farting. I would never fart in public. Everybody knows that about me.
Before the show, we thought you may have farted.
Nope. I would never. I would venture to guess it's been at least a decade since I farted in public.
It sounded
Hang
impossible.
on a second. Zaz, I'm calling BS on this. And I go back to an earlier conversation. Mike Ryan once pointed this out on the show. If you're on an airplane, don't you just jam that ass down on that seat cushion and just let one go?
No.
If you just really squeeze it together and don't get up for the next 20 minutes, you go, well, you know what? It's going to elapse as if it didn't happen. You would do that, Zaz, if you're in severe distress. We're talking about gastronomical distress on a long airplane flight. You have to do it.
No, if I was on that kind of distress, I would get up and I would go to the bathroom and take care of it. I would never do it in my seat.
No, there's some
sitting
gassy
next to
flights.
people.
Sometimes you need like a slight release
No,
valve.
man, I don't do that.
And you just push that ass into the seat cushion. You suffocate that
Yeah,
fart.
everybody does that. Everybody lets a pet.
I wanted Greg Cody back in my day on farting on planes.
There you go.
Adnan, is it
Next
possible that Tarek Skubal does the thing where they trade you, they get a huge haul for you, and then you come back and you sign in the offseason? That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it would be, Zaz, but it seems to never happen.
Never
If Tarek
happens.
Skubal- Right, if Tarek Skubal wanted to be there, well, he could have signed, right? It's called the hometown discount. I am sure the Tigers approach him at some point this offseason and at some point in the regular season and say, what would it take to get this deal done? What are the parameters? Probably 10 years, $350 million. It's in that ballpark, right? Yamamoto got $325 million, and we all saw how unbelievable he was for the Dodgers against the Blue Jays in the World Series. So clearly, Skubal is represented by Scott Boras. And we know one thing about Scott. He's not going to get cheated $1. He likes to take his guys to the open market. So could he re-sign with the Tigers? Yeah, but it's going to cost them $400 million. And I just don't think they have that kind of cheddar.
Greg, when you first started flying and you needed to go fart, you were fine because the cigarette smoke would mask it, yes?
It is true that people used to smoke in airplanes, yes.
You've been on a flight where people were smoking cigarettes?
You
no.
haven't? I have.
I don't
remember that at all.
No, I don't remember
What
that.
year did that stop?
I think in the 70s.
I've
Late 70s?
absolutely, when I was a kid, I was absolutely traveling on planes where the armrests had.
I remember that.
I remember restaurants smoking sessions.
Absolutely.
I have memories of that.
You
I don't
go to a Bennigan's and like half of that was literally up in smoke.
Not planes though.
I have 100% been. Look it up, please, when that stopped all across the nation. But I'm really confident I've been on planes when I was a kid and I've walked through a smoking section.
It's pretty wild. You'd go to a restaurant and they'd ask you smoking or non-smoking.
Yeah, that's a lot more recent. Like that was was that this century, you think? I think this
so.
century there was smoking in restaurants? I think so.
To Cody's point, I don't remember smoking on planes, but I still think this exists. At certain airports, they have a smoking room. Like in Atlanta, you'll walk by and it's just a cancer ward. It's incredible. You look in, it's just a haze of smoke. People just sucking in that cigarette.
I know. It's funny. They're the modern lepers, those people in those
When did
rooms.
Mrs. Doubtfire come out? Because that was pretty much the end of smoking and non-smoking.
That was like 92, 93.
Because that's how she got away with it. Remember, she asked, smoking? Like, when she was asked, well, he was asked. I don't know. It was very confusing. Tom.
Smoking on airplanes banned for flights under 2 hours was 1988. Flights
There you
under
go.
6 hours, 1990, and a complete banning in 2000.
So again, I have 1,000% been on planes with been smoking then. Yeah.
That's incredible. In the 90s, you could still smoke in a plane. The complete ban did not come till 2000. I kind of miss those days now.
You just have a lighter and you're playing with fire on the airplane, and then you're doing something that elicits smoke.
It's even,
on a plane.
Even the restaurants thing is crazy to me. As if like the non-smoking, weren't you smelling it? If like the smoking section is just like 10 feet over, there's nothing blocking it. It's just like, okay, so the whole place is just filled
You
with
could say the
smoke.
same thing about the airplane.
Well, I never experienced that. I don't remember being in restaurants being like, man, it smells like smoke in here. I felt like in the non-smoking section, I was like, oh, it smells fine.
Well, but Cody, you still remember hotel rooms smoking versus non-smoking.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Right? Yep. And you asked for a non-smoking room, but sometimes you'll get a smoking room, or somebody skirted the law and they were smoking in that room. You got to go report them. I see a few butts right now in my toilet. I asked for a non-smoking room. I kind of miss those days.
Yeah, definitely remember the smoking and non-smoking hotel rooms. That's fairly recent, I think. In fact, I think you can still get a smoking hotel room at certain hotels.
Really?
I think so. I'm not positive, but I think so.
Huh.
You got to check on that.
Interesting. Adnan, best storyline in the last month plus here of the regular season will be what?
It's been the Boston Red Sox, as I mean, I thought they were giving it up for dead. And of course, I'm not an impartial journalist. I root for my friends. And I had the great pleasure of working with Alex Cora for 5 years at ESPN on Baseball Tonight. So when the Red Sox discarded him on every single highlight in which the Red Sox lost, I kept saying, well, good thing they fired Alex Cora. Unfortunately, now they haven't stopped losing, so I can't say that anymore. Like, probably a good thing they fired Alex Cora because they've been great. They've like a 32-5 run their last 37 games, and now it's a legit conversation. Boston's gone from being a true pretender to a contender, and are they the third best team in the American League? Are they going to be better than the Yankees? In all likelihood, if the Rays win the division, it's Boston, New York in a best-of-3 wildcard series. We just saw that recently, but it'd be fun to see it again. Boston, I think, matches up great against the Yankees with all those lefties, and they could potentially win, and they could potentially go to the World Series. So I think the Red Sox has been a tremendous story, the way they've caught fire. A lot of unlikely suspects. Roman Anthony's been out. They traded Marcelo Meyer. Christian Campbell's been a bust. Wilson Contreras has been great for them. Siegler stepped up. Monasterio's been good. Cedar Rafaela, and, of course, that pitching. Sonny Gray has almost won 15 of his last 17 starts. He lost last night against the Blue Jays. Ranger Suarez, great pickup from Philly. They're rolling right now in Beantown.
Ednan, Jacob Wilson's not getting a lot of love because he plays for the awful A's, but 111 straight games at a tough position for errors. 111 straight games without an error. Where do you rank that in significance in the most historical of sports in terms of all-time streaks?
Greg, it's a great question, and I was so excited about it when I saw the headline, and then, of course, I had to do some digging, and this is why we can't have nice things. Because I wanted to go with the narrative that Jacob Wilson is known for his bat-to-ball skills. He's a great contact hitter, and, of course, the son of the great Jack Wilson, 10-year Major League veteran who taught him defense first. And I said, wow, 111 games. He beat Mike Bordick's record, which was 110 straight at shortstop 2002. This is not getting enough pub. And then we looked it up with our great researchers. He's -6 defensive runs saved. He's +8 outs above average. So according to the analytics, he's not a good defensive shortstop, at least by defensive runs saved. So what that tells us is that he makes the routine plays. He makes no other plays that are worthy of exceptionalism. So he's not Ellie De La Cruz. He's not Bobby Witt. If the ball gets hit right to him, he's got limited range like a late-day Derek Jeter, and he'll make that play. To which I say, that's still notable. If you still make the plays you're supposed to make, then I'll take it. And I think 111 games without making an error is still notable. So good for Jacob Wilson, but the analytics do ruin it a little bit.
Yo, Adnan, fix that earpiece, man.
Next time I come back, Saz, we have to get this taken care of, right? I feel like I'm teaching myself a lesson and my son a lesson. This is why you don't take someone's
No, I think it's just laziness.
And as Tashi has pointed out, this has been going on the pitch clock for months.
Literally, I can't believe it. I asked, I think the first 2 times you had it, I asked you, like, hey, do you want to fix your headphones? And you went, I don't know. It was a thing. And so I've just stopped asking. I just expect him to have these headphones that he's constantly, the entire time, he's giving this unbelievable analysis, looking down at his notes, speaking rapid fire, and just constantly adjusting the ear, waiting for it to snap back into place like that's ever going to happen. This has probably been over a calendar year of this.
Adnan, I want you to co-sign on my top 5 list for movies that came out in 2026.
I love it, Mike.
I want
Movies
your
are back.
thoughts. All right. OLI, Obsession.
Oh, I was going to say Obsession better be in the top 5. Wow.
No, it's just outside looking in. As is the film Tuner. Have you seen Tuner?
I did. I loved Tuner. I thought it was great.
Yeah, Tuner was a real good lead performance here. I wouldn't be surprised if he secures a nomination, though it is a loaded year. It is the summer of Leguizamo, as we already established. Although Robert Pattinson probably given that a nice little
Summer
push.
of Pattinson?
I love Pattinson.
All right.
Hamming it up, Odyssey.
Number 5, Sheep Detectives. Number 4, The Drama. Number 3, The Odyssey. Number 2, The Bone Temple. And number 1, Project Hail Mary.
He loves the Bone Temple.
Wow. Listen, I'm stunned you put Project Hail Mary that high. There's no doubt it's a crowd pleaser, and it's, got spectacle to it, and Gosling, and it's another variation of The Martian. But you didn't find it, Mike, a little bit too sentimental? Once we give the sidekick character, so to speak, you didn't think it was a little bit too
So did it make me feel too good? Is that what you're asking?
I think I gravitated towards it a lot like during COVID, and Ted Lasso just exploded because people didn't realize how much they needed something that was hopeful. I found a lot of hope in Project Hail Mary at a time where I kind of wanted hope. And my number 2 film does the opposite of that in The Bone Temple. But I did think that Project Hail Mary was super ambitious, and the performances were incredible.
Ralph Fiennes shows his hog in that, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also saw The Return, inspired by The Odyssey. And
Ray Fiennes.
Yeah, I think Ray Fiennes also shows his hog in that.
It's
Pretty
the
early
same
on.
person. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think like 3 minutes in, you see some dick.
But as Mike knows, though, my fondness for the Indies, I want to focus on his OLIs. The Tuner is a really good movie. People should go check it out. Really smartly edited. Dustin Hoffman has a small role in it as well. It's a crime caper, but it's really, really inventive. And back to Obsession. Again, this is probably going to be the summer of Obsession. This is a movie that cost $1 million, $750,000 from A24. It's going to make over $400 million. Mike, what's the likelihood Indy Navarrete ends up getting a Best Actress nomination? I think she will. I think she might win an Oscar. How about that?
Is it the summer of Indy Navarrete?
It might be. It might be the summer. I think she 100% has a nomination.
Yeah. Imagine she wins an Oscar for Obsession. That would be a cool
And my other bold prediction is that Robert Pattinson will be nominated for Best Supporting Actor and also Best Lead Actor.
Wow, so he gets in for the drama and for the Odyssey. Love it.
Earliest dick in a movie's got to be Forgetting Sarah Marshall, no?
Oh, boy.
Earliest?
Jason Segel.
No, I think Fiennes' Crank shows earlier.
Wow.
Isn't Segel like opening scene walking out
Is
of the
it the
shower?
opening scene?
It's one of those.
I'll clock it.
Juju, put it on the poll.
Michael Fassbender in Shame. I think he shows it like in the first 2 minutes.
Juju, put it on the poll. Who shows their crank earlier? Who shows their crank earlier? Jason Segel, Ralph Fiennes, or Michael Fassbender?
It's Ray Fiennes.
It's Ray Fiennes. Still being called Ralph. Just imagine the first thing someone goes, hey, let's introduce this great actor. He's here in the film Schindler's List. He's wonderful. Ralph Fiennes, everybody. Ralph Fiennes. No, excuse me. It's Rafe. Oh, I beg your pardon. There's Zaz all these years later. Still calling him Ralph.
Adnan, Josh Beckett or Sandy Alcantara in the final spot on the Marlins Mount Rushmore?
Oh, I love Sandy. Listen, he's been so great, especially this bounce back season he's had. And Taché has such a strong attachment to those Marlins. Beckett, I'll never forget what he did in 2003, shutting down those New York Yankees. But I love Sandy. I think he's been a great story and a great Marlin. I'll go Sandy.
All right. There you go.
All right.
Adnan, you said it all. Excellent job. Again, host of Amazon Prime Monday Night Hockey and NHL Unscripted. Adnan, Panthers, they should be favored to win the Stanley Cup, right?
It's crazy. I can't think of any other sports as in which a team could win a couple cups and then have clearly an off season. And they go, okay, with some injuries, but they miss the playoffs. Because some teams have an off season. They go, well, they were a 6th seed. They got bounced early. No, miss the playoffs. And everyone goes, yeah, but they'll be back. They'll be totally fine. Let's just go ahead and go get Brady Tkachuk. It's
true.
Panthers are going to be rolling again this season. And by the way, I'll be doing that game for Amazon Prime, Panthers Senators in Ottawa. So I cannot wait to get a front row seat to get the kind of reception Brady Tkachuk will get back in my nation's capital of Ottawa.
I mean, it's going to be rough, right?
It's going to be vicious. And for anybody who thinks, oh, Canadians are genteel or soft, I'm like, no, they're going to be going pretty wild there against Brady Tkachuk. And I get it. And one thing about Brady is he doesn't mind playing the villain. We know that. USA, Canada, World Cup of Hockey. He'll drop the gloves. He'll get feisty. So I'm expecting a couple of fights within the first minute. It'll be great.
That's a good assignment for you, Adnan. You love that one. Make sure to check out Adnan's book, Cinephile, wherever you get your books. If you're into movies, got to check that out.
Good job, Adnan. Thanks for hanging out, man. Good to see you.
Thanks so much, boys. Appreciate that. And I'll get working on this headphone.
Mike, you love that Bone Temple. It's a good movie.
Hey, yo. Yeah. Yeah. The great performances in that film. Small cast, but I mean, it's a post-apocalyptic zombie film. But I thought that Ray Fiennes was tremendous in it. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. I really love that film. And great music in that film. Great use of music.
All right. Do we have Tony? Tony is upstairs. He's at a pool here at the Elser, the same way Aaron Donald does his workout routines there at the pool, presumably in his backyard. Let's connect with Tony here as he is going to try the Aaron Donald workout where he holds the 5-gallon jug upside down. Hello, Tony. There you are on top of the building in a pool. Look at that.
Hey, Zaz. Yeah, we're here at the Elster Pool. The beach part of the pool is beautiful here. The water's nice and warm. So I've got the 5-gallon jug right here. I've got 2 of them that we can try. Obviously, as you remember in the video, if we can play it, he does the first just single gallon.
Yeah.
So we'll do that right now.
Okay.
This should be pretty easy.
Yeah, I could do that. That's not hard.
Let's really pay attention. Kind of go, can you give us
a
a side look? We want to see how much shaking we got from your arm here.
Yeah.
Like you're a little too straight on. That's the angle we want.
Right.
Though.
The handle makes it easier, right?
Okay, yeah.
No shaking there.
Yeah, the gallon is nothing. The gallon is super easy. I'm not worried about the gallon. Now the 5-gallon is, I haven't cheated and lifted it because I want it to be the first time we lift it.
I mean, I'll tell you,
on air.
Tony, I changed.
It is heavy.
Tony, I have a machine. I have a cooler in my home with those exact water jugs. I had to change it out yesterday. I'm carrying it with 2 arms up against my chest to get it over from under the staircase to the water cooler. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, all right, boys, so here we go. I'm going to try and lift it to where it doesn't get wet, because in the video, I think he already has it open, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like, once he turns it, there's water dripping out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
This is not going
You
to
got to get a good grip on it. The problem
Is yours open? Yours is open, correct?
This is going to go so poorly.
It's open?
Yeah, it's open. Let me dry it really quick so I have a better grip.
His Aaron Donald's technique was hand over, like not holding it like a beer bottle, but the opposite direction.
It's probably it's sneaky the most impressive part. He lifts it up the way, like, it's insane the way he lifts this.
This won't go well for Tony. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is a person who is one of the strongest people of all time.
That's right.
So he holds it like this and then just turns it over like if it's nothing. So, all right, we'll try it this way. All right,
You're not even going to get
he
it.
has a reverse grip.
He has a reverse grip.
He had a reverse grip.
Let's see if he uses his left arm at all
Like
before
this?
Tony.
No,
before
no,
you
no,
go.
the other way.
Other way.
Let's show
Your
his.
hand over.
Show Aaron
Okay,
Donald's.
like that.
Hit play on Aaron Donald's, guys.
Yeah, like
Or just keep it right there.
yeah, he's holding it as if he's pouring something.
All right, so he does use his left hand to lift it up a little. So
As if he's gripping
Yeah,
a
yeah.
baseball bat, taking a left-handed swing.
That's
Okay,
right.
so Tony,
So-
you can
so the
get it up
entire-
there however you can.
Yeah, he's doing that so the
Okay,
cooler
yeah.
rests on the top of his hand.
just try it.
Gotcha.
We're getting too
Okay.
bogged
Yeah,
down.
what
do
I'm gonna
whatever
is
way
I'm
you-
gonna get
you
my
feel
left hand
comfortable.
to steady it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab my left hand and I'm going to steady it, and
Yeah.
then we'll hold it up. Are you
Yeah.
ready?
Just be Aaron Donald.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
Here we go. 3,
All right. Here you
2, 1.
All right, it's up now. Now he's using. Oh, he's trying to
No,
steady
wait,
it again.
wait.
He's having a very
Come
hard
on,
time.
extend it.
Whoa,
Actually, this is so
get the
impressive.
arm out. He's
This is
doing
honestly
it.
so impressive.
He's
What's
doing
going
it.
on.
He needed help for the
Give me a little
Wow.
extension. Do it for your daughter.
Wow.
Do it for your daughter.
He's doing it.
Oh my God!
It gets easier the longer you hold it.
Hey, honestly,
He's gonna do it.
job, Brad.
Wow, he
That's a
did
win.
it.
That's a win.
Look
I mean,
at
That's
that.
That is a W. That's a win.
Incredible.
we could definitely nitpick,
Yeah.
but he did way better than any of us.
100%.
Incredible. Now look, he had to steady it a couple times with that left arm, but nonetheless, he accomplished
Did it for his daughter.
That was incredible. Now do it again. Wow.
Again?
With your left
Yeah,
hand now.
without steadying it.
Yeah, I want to see
Like
what
if
it
it's
looks
about
like
to
without
fall,
the
kind of
steadying.
let it fall.
I got to tell you something. As Tony's wiping off his face, he got the water everywhere, of course, and he's going to try another one now. He's going to open up another 5-liter. That was incredible. I don't even care that he had to steady it. Like he had a hard time at first, but he never let go.
Very impressive.
So what? How are you going to do
All
it
right, here we
differently?
go.
Now
He's
you're
going to try to not steady it as
Okay,
much.
all right.
Now that he's got a better
Try to
idea
not
of how
steady
this
as
goes.
much. The problem is,
You're tired.
in my mind, I see Aaron Donald, and what he's doing is he's doing like a vortex motion to get the tornado out
Yeah.
of the water, right? Which makes
So,
it go faster.
Aaron Donald.
So that's what I was trying to do. It's not
Well,
easy.
don't worry
Aaron
about a
Donald
vortex,
used
all right?
his offhand to just get it up.
Right, just
but
to get
then
it up
his
there.
hand never touched
It's
it again.
just guiding it up. He like puts the left hand away instantly.
Yeah. He also drinks like a beverage with the other
He's
hand.
also the strongest human
Which
we've
makes
ever
it-
sright.
Right, correct. All right,
I
just had to dry
can't
it off a
believe
little bit.
I can't believe the feat of athleticism we just witnessed from Tony.
All right, here we go. We're gonna do one more. All right.
Come on,
Here we
Tony.
go. The grip strength is insane on this. This is crazy. All right, here we go. Oh, it's wet.
Are we
now.
going?
Oh, my bad, guys. Yeah, hold on. It keeps the water. This one got filled up a little too much.
Okay.
So
Well, let you
the
pour
water
a little
drips out when I
So
try to
dump a little out, whatever.
Let me pour.
for the homies.
There you go.
Okay, that's it. That's it right there.
Now you're pouring that into the pool at the
That's it right
Elser.
there.
I
There
mean,
we
that's
go.
regular water. Is that salt water or saltwater pool or chlorine? What are we doing there?
It's
This is
fine.
this is a chlorine pool.
Okay.
It's a chlorine
Mountie
pool.
Life
Here we go.
Taste the water. Tell me what.
Lift it up, then just
Yeah.
pour it on Danny B.
Stick your mouth in.
Shampoo your hair while you're there.
Oh, he's drinking
He's just
from
drinking
it now.
from it.
Interesting.
Why tire him out?
All right, no, it's good. It's yeah. It's
Right,
good.
I wanted you to
All right, here we
drink
go.
the pool
Fresh water.
but okay.
Oh, the pool water you wanted me to drink. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Here we go. 3, 2.
Oh, he's lifted it. Oh, he's not using it. Wow! He's doing it!
Extend it for your daughter! Extend it for your daughter!
Wow!
Arm out!
Oh, yeah!
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh, dude.
I'm impressed.
He did it.
Really good,
I'm
Tony.
impressed.
With no help from his
Yeah.
other hand.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, different, but still super impressive.
Summer of Tony.
Dad, having watched that, you think you could do that?
I'm going to start with a quart.
Wow. That was an incredible display of strength.
Half gallon, maybe.
Congratulations, Tony.
Unbelievable.
Excellent.
Now, Tony.
Great work.
Tony, true or false? You did not believe you were going to be able to do it.
At all. When
So
we
true.
tried earlier yesterday when we had gotten the waters, true. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. When we got the gallons shipped yesterday and I tried to pick them up, I was like, there's no way that I can do this with one hand. And sometimes, when you put your mind to it, Zaz, you can make anything happen.
So does anyone else here, who I would have to believe has no belief that they'd be able to do this, now think that they can since they saw Tony do it?
All right, so technically,
like, does this take away from Aaron Donald at all?
No,
'cause he
because
didn't do
Aaron
what
Donald did things like he held it out straight armed and
He really
swirled it.
treated it like it was a nothing. Aaron
Mike and
Donald.
I don't want this to sound like we are criticizing what
No,
Tony just
what
did.
Tony did was
it was
super
insanely impressive, but it's not the exact. Aaron
not.
Donald
It
extends
can't be.
much earlier,
It
but
can't
that
be.
it's still what Tony did. 90% of our audience could not do what Tony did.
Yeah, just the wrist strength alone. My wrist would probably buckle just trying to get that. Thing
I told you, I
flipped
think
over.
I'd break my wrist.
Yeah, I tried it a little bit. I'm like, nope, not at all. That was really impressive, Tony.
Yeah, he was out to here. Like, obviously his arm is much bigger than mine, so his was not full extension out, but it was about 85% of an extension, where I was a little bit of gator arm until I finally got probably to like 3 gallons where I was able to extend it out. But the problem is it's so top heavy that if you don't have the control, it kind of flips on you, which is why I had to like catch it the first time.
I'd say that was a
But
10
wow,
out of 10
incredible.
effort.
Me and
Yeah,
Aaron Donald.
100%.
Great
10 out of
effort.
10 effort.
Well done, Tony. Take
Proud
the
of
rest
you,
of the day
Greg,
off.
we have this for you, Greg, if you want to come do this.
I'm
We have
gonna
a full gallon,
yes.
Greg, if you'd like to turn over a gallon.
I want to start with a half gallon, but thank you.
All right, now Tony, now taste the water in the pool.
I don't want to taste the water in the pool.
Okay, all right.
All right, come on back. Good job, Tony.
Yeah, it's chlorine.
Oh, he
It's
actually
chlorine.
did it.
Yeah, he
People
tried
pee
it.
in that.
He tried it. Yeah. All right. Greg, you got a chlorine pool or salt water?
Regular pool.
What? Chlorine, huh?
Yeah.
Still going with the chlorine.
Yeah.
I
Well,
got
is that bad?
I got a saltwater pool.
I don't like salt water. That's why I rarely go to the ocean.
My dad
okay,
had
but you know it's not the same as the ocean. It's not my pool isn't like the ocean. Though.
Yeah,
You
I think it
understand
is.
that, right?
outside of the occasional shower, my dad has not gone in his pool since chlorine was the only option. Have saltwater pools been around? Because I know they're way more popular now.
Yeah.
And maybe they've been around for a while, but my dad doesn't even he's so out of the pool game of going in the pool. He's probably learning right now that saltwater pools is a thing.
No, I go in my pool regularly, but I don't like a saltwater pool. I'm the kind of guy who prefers what I call a regular pool, which is not saltwater. Chlorine.
What saltwater pools have you been in?
It's called the ocean.
That's not
exactly.
that's
They
not
know what we're
ocean.
talking about.
That's not it.
It's about 8 miles east
He's
of my
thinking
house.
it's the ocean in his pool, and it's not.
Okay, can we have a moment of truth here for a
it's a
second?
mini
Greg?
ocean.
When I say to you, I have a saltwater pool.
Right.
Do you think that if you went into my pool, it's like the ocean?
I think that if I accidentally took a gulp of water, I would taste the salt. Sure.
No. It's
You
not
feel
that at
so
all.
much better after getting out of a saltwater pool. Like my in-laws have a saltwater pool. We go over there, like
You don't
get
smell like chlorine.
You like feel it. I need a shower after chlorine.
Yeah.
A saltwater pool, it's much less.
Really? Meh.
Yeah, and if you open your eyes, are you an open your eye underwater guy?
No, not really.
Because, the chlorine will mess you up a
Shampoo
little
will get in his.
Yeah.
Well, so will salt. You don't want to open your eyes underwater with salt.
bit. No, but it's fine. No, the chlorine, though, mess you up. You don't open your eyes underwater?
No.
So are you goggles? You wear goggles in your
No,
pool?
I don't do that either.
So how do you see where you're going when you're underwater?
Because I know if I'm swimming a lap in
You
my
know the
pool,
dimensions?
I know how many
Zaz,
strokes it takes.
He's either in the pool for 2 reasons. One, he's taking a shower.
No, I'm washing my hair. I don't call it a shower.
Or two, he's got a Miller Lite in his hand. Like there's no underwater swimming.
Right.
Like he's
I'm luxuriating.
Right.
In my pool.
Do you always have a beer in hand when you're in the pool?
Not always. Frequently.
You're laughing while saying that.
Like if you're going to have a beer, it's like, all right, now let me go get in the pool?
Right. It's traditional.
I like it.
It's
beers.
It's a relaxation thing. It's like when I used to smoke cigars. I did it for the act of smoking a cigar, the ritual of it.
When you smoke cigars, would you ask for the smoking section?
Well, I smoke in my garage, which is a smoking section.
Have you ever smoked on an airplane?
No.
How about at a restaurant?
No.
You sure?
No.
In the 80s?
Not on the beat?
No.
Not on the beat? Light up a stogie?
Edwin Pope's lighting one up. You're like, I'll take one.
I think I have smoked a cigar in a casino. I think I have done that.
There has to have been, the smoking section and the non-smoking section in a restaurant. The first table in the non-smoking.
Right.
How much
Yeah, you would
space
smell it.
was
You
in
would smell it.
between, you know?
You would walk into a restaurant, it would smell like smoke.
Like, that's an awful. No, I need non-smoking. I got kids with me, but you're in the first non-smoking booth.
I can remember the yellowish hue of a cloud sitting over a section at Outback Steakhouse.
Clouds?
It's wild, right?
I imagine, do they put it near the kitchen so the kitchen smell maybe fights? I'm just thinking if I'm back in that day designing a restaurant, I'm going to put, I don't know, I'm trying to hide the smoking stuff.
I would think it should be a separate room, right? Like, it should be a smoking
There were
room.
dividers, but they wouldn't go all the way to the ceiling. Right.
I'm telling you, man, flying used to be different. You used to be able to smoke on planes. I was right. I've been on planes when people were smoking. Used to be able to smoke on planes. Used to be able to visit the cockpit mid-flight. I'd be sitting in the cockpit with the captain during the flight.
During? I remember before.
What? Yes. During? Yes. Greg, you used to be able to visit the cockpit in flight if you were a kid.
Why would you want to?
Why? What? I was a kid. Why wouldn't I want to go in the cockpit during the flight? Of course
it would be terrifying.
No, it was exciting. Flying, man. Those are the days. But this time, there's no way.
What do you say?
Stop saying that. There's no way that you don't know that is mine. You're effing with me now.
I've never heard you say it. I'm asking you to say it right now. You refuse to.
I just said it.
Say it again.
What do you say?
Similar to mine.
You're right. The similarity is it's my phrase and you've stolen it.
Okay.
That's the similarity.
Christopher will tell you how many years I've been saying that.
Yeah, it must be a coincidence.
Brings me back to my childhood hearing him say that.
What did he say?
You see what's happened here? You had your list, which originally started at 50, and then you've been able to add to it because you're stealing other people's phrases. You're like you're like Carlos Mencia.
Oh my God.
That's what just happened. You're like a comedian who is stealing other people's stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. That's my bit.
So you claim
that's my gimmick.
What, that one?
Well, 2 so far. I can't wait to hear the other 17.
What else do you say?
Well, I'm sure.
What else do you know?
Show everybody your list. I'm sure you're going to find out a few more.
Okay, I didn't know you were associated with what he say.
This is shocking. Everything that's happening here is shocking. It seems like Chris Cody is secretly enjoying this. He is laughing. He doesn't laugh this way.
I'm sure you're involved somehow too, by the way. You're not an innocent bystander.
Pretty out of line from Zaz.
Seriously.
From me.
Yeah, you're jealous. It's his catchphrase.
Right.
Countdown.
You're right. I am jealous. I'm jealous that my phrase is being stolen by someone.
It's not yours.
And using it on their podcast, which we know that has become a thing on his podcast for people to listen to get more viewers, to get more listeners. Yes, I am jealous that my stuff is being taken and it is essentially you're reaping financial rewards.
You basically feel the way musicians feel about Spotify.
Yeah, you're Napster.
Napster. That's
right.
an old phrase. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
You're Napster.
Right in your face. Right in your face.
What did he say?
Singing this. Oh, my God.
They're not even similar the way I say it and the way he
You're
says it.
Napster. I'm Metallica. We're going to see how this ends.
Okay.
You might go to prison.
Okay. What did he say?
Tony's about to leave because he's headed to go see if he can talk to Giannis and Bobby Portis. But I think there's a problem in that these guys are doing a lot of media today, and I heard Zaz grumbling because I think that
Dan, I'm sitting at the table out there. You know, we're doing production stuff. I'm finishing my bagel. Tony's finishing it. Tony gets a huge plate every morning for breakfast. If you're wondering all the money that's being spent here at breakfast, Tony has one of everything every morning. Okay, whatever.
What?
Yeah, I look at your plate. You got everything.
I got a little bit of egg, a little bit of bacon, and a little bit of potato. What's wrong with that?
Sausage?
No.
Yes.
Not today. Not today.
Anyway, he's finishing his plate. I'm finishing my bagel. All right. And I say, yo, I'm getting Bobby Portis today on Zaslow Show 2.0. And he says, yeah, I'm getting Bobby Portis too. I'm going to the arena. I go, okay, cool. What time? He goes, 2 o'clock. I go, I'm scheduled for 2 o'clock.
We're both scheduled for 2 o'clock. Guess who's going to get him?
Me.
I'm going to be in person.
I was a broadcaster for the Miami Heat radio network for 12 years.
What have you done for me lately, Eddie?
You've done nothing ever for
What are you talking about? I was just at Heat camp.
Insane?
You nuts, man?
I have 2 championship rings. I'm a champion
I'm
broadcaster.
trying to bring more championships over there.
He was a proud member of the Junior Heat.
Okay, we'll see. I'm going to get him. They're going to give him to me before you. And you know what? It's going to be extra insulting for you because you're actually going to be there in person. I don't need to go in person. I'm going to be right here. And they're going to call me on the stream, on a video link. And they're going to give him to me before you. You know what?
Yeah.
He's going to be on video with me. You're going to be standing next to him waiting.
If that happens, I'm going to derail the interview.
That's what's going to happen.
I'm going to derail the interview.
I dare you to do that.
Neither of you are going to get him if I ask for him.
Ooh!
No, but you're going to be here. Who cares?
If we're being honest here, since you joined the broadcast, team's on no winning. Okay, so I don't know.
They went to the finals my very first season.
Again, no winning.
You were an ancillary piece.
No winning.
They hoisted babies because of me.
You were an ancillary piece.
So I don't know what you're bragging about.
You were
over there.
behind Hewitt on the depth chart.
Okay, Hewitt. I only got to do it because Kirsten Hewitt left.
Do it, Hewitt.
What do you think is going to be the end result here, Mike? Because
I already told you, wasn't predictions.
And be like, Zazzle's going to get pushed back.
I don't think any of us get him.
That would be a big surprise because they told me I got him.
I will 1,000% have him on Zaslow Show 2.0 today.
All right, Dan, I'm going to go get Bobby Portis.
No. Your appointment's not until 2 o'clock.
No, I'm getting there at 11:30. Doors open at 11:30. I'm going to be there right now.
You know what? That's just more time you're going to be standing around and waiting because you're going to be standing next to Bobby Portis. Waiting.
You called that Bobby Portis. You're done. Somebody cut that for me.
That never happened. How dare you? How dare you?
A goal. There's no question about that.
Nope, no chance.
Will you? You don't think? I don't know. That's a big goal, man. That's a wide-ass goal.
Do you know what foot you on?
I'm ready. Will I kick with my left or right foot?
Are you wearing shin guards?
Instep? Yeah, you know why? Because we got a rumor that Emerson here, as soon as he lets up the first goal, he's going to come out and try to kick my lower leg. So we decided to put me in shin guards.
Emerson, have you ever tried to stop the shot of someone less impressive and generally weaker than what you're about to do right now?
Nah. I've never seen somebody this old in my life.
All right.
General.
He's winded.
Yeah, Greg's winded from talking.
He's really winded.
No trickery.
His hands are on his hips and he's genuinely winded. All right, let's watch this, Greg and Jeremy. You just tell us what's going on.
Old man in the blue, winding back.
It's not golf.
I told him to
He
do
just told
it
me
this
to do
way.
this in a golf
I
voice.
told him to do it that way.
I don't know why.
He's looking at the camera,
Because he's not a play-by-play
bent to
guy.
a knee, looking like he's going to kick a field goal. And the kick, right at the goalie, and it's blocked with 2 hands.
So far,
Tony's back. What an incredible feat that was. Give it
Good
up
job,
one more
Tony.
time.
Good job, man.
Come on. Give it up again for Tony. How about that? You must be proud of yourself.
In the beginning, somebody out there asked me, hey, what do you think, like, what are the percentages chance you think you're going to do it? I'm like, to be fair, like 35, 75, I can't do it. Like 35% I can probably do it. 75 I can't. 40% I can.
So the opposite of what you first said, yeah.
Well, yeah, 35, 75, like I probably won't be able to do it.
Like a good 110% total.
Was that the Patriot games?
Yeah, it was. But you give 110%. If you give 100, you can't do what I did. That's why you give 110%.
Wow. Why not 115?
Now, when we put that on social, you know, like the video team here has put side by side you and Aaron Donald. Boy, you look like your tush just sticking out there, huh?
Yeah, but that was that the first attempt?
No, I think it's the second.
No, that was the second attempt, I think.
When we put that on social, is that going to take away from Aaron Donald's feat, you think?
I think he's going to be a failure now in Los Angeles if he decides to come back. Maybe stay retired. Yeah.
Look at that. Incredible. Good for you.
That's a good look, dude.
I actually think that might have been the first attempt.
For Aaron.
Excellent.
I did it twice. He did it once. I mean,
Tony, do you think you could do it simultaneously with one in each hand or no?
The left hand is going to be tough.
Oh, my God. One in each hand. Do you think Aaron Donald can even do one in each hand? I assume you have to believe he could, right?
He can do anything. He can do anything he wants.
Chris, can you explain to me here? I overheard you talking to your father before the show began today. Can you explain to me what's going on with your fantasy football draft? And your father is going to renege on a promise that he made?
Yes. So this is the 4th year of my fantasy league. It's a fun league.
It's a 5th year, isn't it?
Maybe.
This is not
Thank
the
you.
big one that your father does.
No, this is not PFPI fantasy.
Are you in that one also?
Well, like, yes, I'm in my dad's family. It's our family league. Yes, I am in that.
But then you have another league.
This is my league. It's for there's cash prize. It's a keeper league. It's not easy. There's you can only keep a guy for so long. You know, it's complicated. My dad has no idea what's going on in it. But that has nothing to do with it. So the champion, my buddy Steve, lives in Connecticut. So a few weeks ago, like a month or so ago, my dad out in the wild was like, hey, Steve's the champion. For some reason, Greg's like, I want to fly him down. And so now we're coming to draft
Is
time.
everyone else in attendance for your draft?
No, there's a few other people that are not local, but he's the champion. So that's why he's decided we have a trophy here. Instead of mailing it up to you, I'll fly you down for the draft.
Because we used to, for my I'm in a fantasy league, which this year is going on year number. This might be year 30, either 29 or 30. Same guys, same 12 guys, minus like one or two. One or two have been interchangeable. But we're doing the league for either 29 or 30 years this year. Started when I was 16 years old. I'm 45 now. So you do the math, Greg. Get back to me.
29.
And so we used to all do it together, of course, all 12 of us in the room together. We're at a place now where it's like, I'm going to do it on my couch on the laptop. It's enough already. Anyway, continue.
So we now are coming up. The draft's in a couple weeks. I just got a message from Steve yesterday. Flights booked. Excited to come down. And I reach out to my dad. I'm like, all right, so remember, you got to And my dad, this morning, it happens here. He's like, I don't remember saying that. I don't know why Steve thinks.
So you're taking back. You said you would bring this guy down. He booked the ticket. He's going to look for reimbursement. He's going to look for can you Zell me?
Right.
And you're going to say you don't know anything about it?
Okay, in my defense, initially, I had forgotten all about.
All right, let's not.
that.
I want to play this. So let me explain the story. Then you can get defensive.
Okay.
So then I tell my dad today, hey, you made this commitment. Steve booked his flight. You got to find out how much it was, send him the money. He's doing the thing. So then
That's awfully presumptuous, by the way, from Steve to book the flight. They're like, hey, this is what it cost,
Instead
as
of being
opposed
given
to
a limit or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
so I'm with you on that. You could have a little beef there. So I basically am like, I start getting unsure of myself. I'm like, did my dad say this? So I start looking back at my text to Steve. So I'm like, I must have told Steve, hey, my dad's willing to. And then what I found was back on June 4th, while me and my dad on a Wednesday were at Hooters before bowling. This is where this video is.
Father and son outing at Hooters.
I found a video that we're going to play here that is my dad. And let's see if there's any incriminating evidence. Let's see if there's any proof here that my dad's willing to pay for Steve. All right. Well, this video seems to be muted, so we will circle back when
Let's
the
do
sound
it this
goes.
time with sound.
Yeah, this time with sound.
Hey, Steve, congratulations again on winning the Fantasy League Championship last year. We finally got the trophy done. and I want to announce to you that if you're up for it, I want to fly you down to our next draft so that you can receive the trophy in person as you draft your new team.
That is as clear cut as it gets.
It's just I look back at my text and I'm like, not only is there proof, it's you being like, hey, if you're up for it.
In my defense, I was after 7 beers. You were driving.
Okay.
I mean, there's only two things that means right there. Either you're going to pay for his flight, you're going to fly him down, you're going to either pay for his flight, or you're actually going to pick him up in an airplane that you are flying yourself, and you bring him down. Those are the only two options.
Right. I am a commercial pilot. First, initially, this is the truth. Initially, I'd forgotten about that.
Fine.
Okay.
9 beers.
And when you convinced me that there was this video or something, I also said, honestly, I think I was just kidding. I think it was obvious I was kidding, right?
We made a video.
How many beers in a picture?
You saw me videotaping you to send to Steve.
I know. You're right.
Now,
And
that was a little bit of a long video. My dad goes on to clarify in that video just the flight though. He specifically said, "I'm not getting your hotel room too."
Put him up at the Ritz.
Also, fly economy, please. No, I'll sell him some
I'll
money.
text Steve right now and see how much is.
No, it's
flight.
not sell him some
please.
money. It's sell him the money.
Let's all guess from Connecticut to Fort Lauderdale. What are you thinking for a round trip
Ooh,
flight?
now Spirit is defunct too. That used to be the place.
I would
right
say
before
4
Largo.
hundo.
I'm hoping the number starts with a 2.
Round trip, no shot.
I don't think
Greg.
it's just start with a 2.
If they opened up the strait, maybe.
We're working a deal. Relax. We might walk away from the deal though.
First, ask him.
Did you see that picture of me golfing the other day? Ooh.
Chris, ask him what airline. Because if he comes back with Frontier, all right, maybe closer to a 2 than a 4. We'll see.
I hope he picked the cheapest flight he could on Asswipe Airlines or something like that because, there's no need to get carried away. That's right. Whoa, boy.
I'll let you know what he says. I
Yeah,
texted him.
Let me know.
What a name for an airline. Asswipe Airline.
I agree with that. I'd fly it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
What's the cheapest? Because, Tony says Spirit.
Frontier.
No, that's not what I'm asking. What?
You could take a catering truck.
Whoa, boy.
Like, what is the cheapest price for an airplane ticket that you would buy? Because,
Buddy, I go on for free inside the cargo hold.
You're saying there's too cheap where you would be worried that this is too cheap?
Yeah. Like if round trip is $19, like, I don't know about
I'm booking it, baby.
Yeah, there's no
I'm
number.
booking it. If it's standing room only, I'll stay in there the whole time.
So I'm the only one that would be worried about
Yeah,
how
but you got
low
money. You got
it
money.
costs?
Is there such a thing as standing room only flights?
No, but if they had one, if it was $19, I'd take it. Where are we
Don't give
flying
them any
to?
ideas.
San Juan, Puerto Rico, perfect. I'll stand the whole time.
Imagine a transcontinental flight. You're standing for 14 hours.
Sir, would you please sit down? No, I got one of those standing room seats.
You're holding a strap like in
Yeah.
a subway.
SRO.
Wow, so I'm the only one that would be wary of the really cheap
The
flights.
only one that's
I would
admitting
be.
it.
I would.
I
be.
trust airplanes.
Anything under $100, I ain't flying.
Okay, there you go. So there's an admission. Anything under $100.
You're talking to a guy who hasn't booked a flight since Nam.
Okay, you love that Nam reference. Well, your mother.
Good reference.
When's the
booked
last
flights,
time
what can I
you
say?
went on a computer and booked a flight? It was probably before computers. You probably had to call.
Yeah, I prefer calling to this day.
Hold on a second. If somebody tasked you with booking a flight, well, I mean, you don't ever have to fly anymore for the Herald?
Yeah, occasionally.
And someone does it for you?
Very
You don't do it?
occasionally. We used to have a what do you call it? The people who book flights.
Travel agent.
Travel agent.
Now they just do it themselves.
Yeah, but I might farm that out to my wife.
But
because
if you
she's
had to do it
willing.
yourself-
There's no
She's
mic.
willing.
He would farm it out to my mom. My
Right.
mom would book it.
Right, she's willing.
But if you had to do it yourself, you would call the airline, you're saying?
Oh, 100%.
Zaz, we could do the game right now. Book a flight, Dad. Go ahead.
Like when I call my doctor's office, the recording says, "Go online to blankety-blankety-blank.com and you can book an appointment." No, I want to talk to a human being on the phone and book it in person, not online.
How confused is the person at the airline who picks up the phone and Greg on the other end says, "I'd like to book a flight"?
Why not? I'd prefer a paper ticket.
But you don't even do that.
No,
I think
because
it's been a while since you've called the book a flight because all of that's automated too.
Okay, my wife has the ticket right in her phone, which is weird.
Can you
All right,
book
so
a
your
flight
wife
right
just
now?
says- your wife just says everything.
Right.
Okay.
I think the most technologically advanced thing my dad can do is order something off Amazon. That he's figured out.
I'm big on that. I'm big on
He
that.
can get something and then it gets delivered to his house like that. But
so simple, so smooth.
But in terms of booking a hotel, booking an airline, I'm telling you, I bet you he has not done that since I was 10.
So you will call a hotel and say, what rooms do you have available?
I will call a hotel and say I'd like to book 3 nights stay from this date and that kind of thing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
To be fair to Greg, I have booked a flight over the phone.
Thank you.
Like our honeymoon flight, because we were using some points and stuff, and I was
when you brought COVID
when I was doing a little bit more legwork. Well, when they gave it to me to bring over here,
That's right, in the lab.
from the lab, exactly right. But I called and I was like, hey, I want to get to Thailand. Can you help me create a couple leg flights via points?
That's different.
It is, but like still calling on the phone and sitting there for 45 minutes being like, I can send you to Seattle. And I was like, okay, great. What else? And then Japan and then Bangkok. And I was like, okay, perfect. Book it.
No, but that's different because she's helping you with something you probably can't do on your own.
Correct.
What Greg is setting out to do is the simplest of tasks, and you're still choosing to call.
It's also simple on the phone. You're acting like it's much more difficult on the phone than it is on a computer.
It's so much easier on the computer.
Yeah.
It's all in front of you.
Yeah,
it's all in front of me on a phone. I'm hearing a human voice helping me.
Exactly, Greg. When you call a hotel, right, the underlying tone of your call is, I need you to help me out.
Yeah, sure.
Right? It's like,
Yeah.
if the computer's not going to help me
Right.
out, it's going
I'ma
to spit
pay
out
you-
whatever
I'm
number.
going to pay you for it, but I need your help.
Exactly right. Hey,
Yeah.
front desk person, listen, me and my wife, special occasion.
Okay.
I know that the corner room may be a little bit more, but maybe there's something you could do to help me out.
Right on.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, you know what, Mr. Cody? I got you.
No, the
computer can't do that.
I will
Yes.
sometimes call once the reservation's made. I'll call a hotel and be like, "Hey, can I get this?" I don't
No, that's normal.
But that's way different than not knowing how to book it online.
Just call and say, I need a room.
I know how. I just choose not to.
I'm going to push back against it. I don't think you know how.
I'd like to see you try.
Get all the way to the page right now. Book a flight. Go online.
What's
This is
site?
somehow more challenging than the Aaron Donald thing.
Greg, if you were tasked right now
Greg's gonna shake more than Tony did.
to book a flight, what would you do right
I'd
now?
call AmericanAirlines.com.
Call
AmericanAirlines.com. Perfect.
No, I mean, I access the website.
First thing, we open up the yellow pages.
But you're going like right to a specific airline. You don't want like a broad search engine. You're just going to you've chosen an airline already.
Well, I'm flying on an airline.
Right, but they may not have the best deals.
Do
I'm
you have
saying.
yellow pages in your home still? Like somewhere in your garage? Do you have like
I
a
don't think so. No. I
white
mean,
pages?
I don't know.
You do still have encyclopedias.
I do. Yeah, that's true.
Jeremy, do you know? Are you old enough to know the difference between the white pages and the yellow pages?
No.
I know.
It wasn't that long ago. My first job as an intern with the Panthers was, you see the white pages? Put everything in a spreadsheet.
I don't know. I don't understand.
Chris, difference: white page, yellow page.
I know the difference. I'm trying to remember which one's which. I know one is like houses and one's businesses.
Okay, which is which?
Based off what Mike just said, I'm going to think white is regular people and
That's right.
yellow's
That's right.
businesses.
That's right.
That's correct.
That's right.
White is regular people.
Yeah.
Put it there. White is regular people.
So wait, everybody had the yellow pages and would just go around and be like, all right, I need to know Ace Hardware Store. Let
Yeah.
me find
Came out
it.
of your mouth very
That was the yellow
smoothly.
pages. Yeah.
Like everybody had one. It was ubiquitous across every home in America.
They'd be delivered to your home, like this year's edition of the yellow pages.
It would just
White would be
end up
all
on,
people.
White
on
was
your doorstep?
residential. Yeah.
Oh, refined.
They just drop it there?
Yeah, and I remember.
normal
Yeah, they were
people.
huge. They were like this
did it?
Oh,
thick.
yeah, big time. The phone company.
From
Yeah.
good families.
Southern Bell.
I remember we had
Southern Bell.
we had
I
a
love a couple of
specific
those.
like cabinet in my living room that had the white and the yellow pages. Yeah, and every once in a while I get bored. I'd go sift through them, look for people's phone
God,
numbers.
how did people live
prank
before
call?
now?
Where I'm coming from, Southern Bells are Kim Mulkey.
God bless her.
I miss the phone book. I used to look up my own name. I used to like to see alphabetically who was right before me and who came right after me.
Did it change, or
Yeah, like,
did you just like to do that every once in a while to see your own name? In
No,
print?
you only have to do it once.
Yeah, every year it could change.
Yeah.
You get a new
Interesting.
edition.
Just to see, like, so was it local?
Was it by county?
Yes.
Yeah.
Broward County phone book. Dade County phone book.
Yeah, they
So
were
is this
thick.
before like area codes? Is that how they did that? Because that was a thing, right? You had to make phone calls without area codes.
My original, like the house that I grew up in, I remember you'd give your phone number out,
Just
didn't have
7
an area
digits.
code.
Yeah, just 7 digits.
I don't even understand how that could be possible.
I remember the
There were
first time
only
I
so
had to
many
use an
numeric
area
combinations.
code was, for Palm Beach, and that was 407, which 407
Orlando
now
now.
is Orlando, but
Yeah.
407 back then was Palm Beach.
561.
Yeah.
My first phone number at 1440
Was 2.
did not have an area code. It was
It's
a
just a
7-digit number. Yeah.
Do you remember
Can I
it?
have
I
your
do
number?
remember it,
Yes,
yeah.
my number is 27.
I remember it to this
I'm
day.
pretty sure my childhood house number at the beginning was just 7 digits. That happened in
Really?
our childhood. The area code thing, I believe, happened like in my when
It
I
was an
like,
adjustment where all of a sudden now I had to add area codes to every local
It was a
call I
wild
made.
time. It was a wild time. CBS was on Channel 6. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Eckers was
there were
around.
4 channels.
Greg, I want to know how you would have handled this situation here. So there's a video that has gone viral. I first saw it yesterday. It's a video that's gone viral. I don't know what city this is in, but it's all over the internet. And a woman, it looks like, her automobile, looks like maybe like a Kia Soul. She loses control of her automobile. She is not in the driver's seat. She's now chasing the car across the median, which, is somehow still moving. Is it in neutral? Is the car in drive? I don't know. She's trying to get back into the car.
Oh, my
She
God.
now finally opens the door to the car to try and get back in, but you'll see here she slips and falls.
Oh,
She can't
my
quite get
God.
in, and the tire is going to run over her leg.
Oh,
Right
my
there.
God.
Runs over her leg, and now the car into a ditch. And she loses the car, and she's just there. The car's gone.
With a broken leg.
What do you make of that, Greg?
Slow-moving woman, but I feel bad for her.
You can call her a broad.
I'd like to see it again, actually, now that we're all prepared for what we just watched. And now, how did the car get to that spot where it's facing that direction in the first
I feel
place?
like the first obvious thought is, why are you not hopping in the front seat and just hitting the brake?
Right.
Well, and she's awfully nonchalant now.
Yeah.
Let's hustle a little. All right.
That's what I'm
She
saying.
she is a slow-moving woman.
And
Do you
now-
think that
Thank
she
you.
thought when it hit the curb it was going to stop?
Yeah, probably.
Because that's what you see her start to pick up the pace a little bit right when it goes
Now, why
over
can't
the
she
curb.
get in? What is you know? What,
Seriously.
it looks like she's trying to pull the car instead of
Yes.
actually
Oh, my
jumping
God.
in and stopping the car.
If I was efforting for
And it
a
runs
law-
over her.
If I was
Oh, no!
if I was efforting for a lawsuit from this car company, well, this is something you could do here.
You could sue a car company over not being able to drive.
She's like, look, I got ran over. I couldn't stop it. I'm just
All
like,
of this
This
is her
video
fault.
she is not putting into exhibit at the court.
No.
I promise you. That.
No
She
way.
wants this video to go away.
Yes.
So there's a lot of questions here. Number one, how did the car start facing that direction in the first place?
Yeah,
that's a great
It's
question.
perpendicular to the road, to both sides of the road.
I hadn't even thought of that.
Tony,
yet.
perpendicular is like a T-bone.
How did all
okay?
this happen?
It seems to be she's emerging from a parking lot when we pick this video up.
Number two, how is the car moving like that? If it's in neutral, why is it moving at such a speed? I mean, it's not like it's fast, but the car's moving.
It's not in neutral.
Is there a
Is
shot?
it a drive?
Is there a
has
shot
to be.
this is not her car at all, and she just saw a car and she's like,
No.
"Let me be a good Samaritan.
Wow.
here.
chance.
That would be
Let
crazy.
me try to save the day."
Women.
And
Oh,
then
boy.
she doesn't decide to hop in. She wants to actually use her strength to pull the car.
Yeah, Tony could have done it.
Yeah, big
To
misplay.
stop the car.
Big misplay by her.
And then she gets run over.
Could have been worse. She could have gone to the front of the car of like, "This will work."
Yeah.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
It's just how much momentum does that car have that it runs over multiple curbs and still keeps going? It's like something is stuck on the pedal. I think what happened here, and I don't know how much we have prior to the car on the street.
By the
Not
way,
only
can I point
perpendicular.
out the woman is seemingly not hurt? Like her leg did get run
She
over.
popped up
Adrenaline.
early.
That's
yeah.
If
adrenaline.
I could
though.
just point out the woman.
I think she's leaving a drive-through, and you know when they're like, excuse me, and then you're like, oh, yeah. And then she probably got out thinking she put it
Oh,
in
that's
park,
possible.
And then all of a sudden she gets like an extra sauce. She turns back. The car's moving. She's like,
Possible.
holy shit.
All
what
of
do I
this was
do?
over an extra ranch sauce.
Yeah. New Caesar sauce at McDonald's.
That you know what? That actually makes sense as to why the car could be facing that direction.
I feel bad for the woman, but yet you gotta You got to be nimble
Gotta
in
want
that
to learn.
case.
Gotta want to learn.
Yeah,
You gotta have
you
some-
be nimble. You got to get in your car and
Like, have a little bit of withedness, right?
Right.
Watching my dad in that spot.
I mean, let's hustle.
Yeah, there's not a lot of hustle
She's
there.
literally walking behind
Sauntering.
her car.
And then it just runs her over.
It's her fault.
I didn't say it.
I love the Kia Soul though.
Or did
I had
I?
2 of those.
My dad drives a Kia Soul.
Yeah,
You
I
had
had
2
two.
Kia Souls?
Yeah, I had 2. First, I had one that was like the mustard yellow car.
Kia's an underrated car, dude.
Yeah, it was a mustard yellow I had in college.
Who has a mustard
We referred to
yellow
it as
car?
Fernando.
It's like
Don't know
wearing a red
why.
shirt.
And then, and then that was when I was about 20 years old. And then,
gave
yeah,
him
that
a
was the first car that I had.
Hispanic name, huh?
Yep. And then
I like this.
First
cars that we owned.
that
So
was my
yours
first
was
car.
what?
Mustard yellow Kia Soul.
Chris, first car?
My dad's old 1997, like, throw-up colored Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Yeah.
Everyone's first car has to be a terrible color, right?
It wasn't a bad color.
It was like brown. It was like a off brown.
It was like dark greenish brown. What was wrong with
sorry.
That makes it better. Mike, first car?
98 Honda Civic LX.
Not bad. Tony?
Early 90s Mercedes-Benz E320 that was absolutely tore up.
How old was it?
It was like, I started driving in 2009.
Ooh, so it's like 15 years
15
old?
years old. They had no
Wow.
power steering.
No
so I
power
had to-
steering on.
I
Yeah.
had to be there like, yeah, and I was like, oh, that's how I got so
Yeah.
much wrist strength.
Roy?
98 silver Ford Contour.
That doesn't sound so bad.
No, it wasn't. No, it was like 4 years old.
Greg?
1967 Buick Skylark. White.
That sounds good, right?
Yeah, it was a nice car. It had fat racing tires on the back.
Isn't that the same car
Kinda
that they
cool.
robbed the convenience store and killed those 2 clerks and my cousin Vinny?
Wow, I got an alibi.
The 2 what?
My first.
You should have said Model T, Greg. Model T, great joke.
My first car, I got my grandma's car. It was 2000. I was a sophomore in college. My grandma's green Nissan Sentra. She wasn't able to drive anymore. Stunk of cigarettes. But it was my first car. Green, rough first car.
Wow.
But I liked having a car.
Yeah, you should have worn that red shirt while driving the green car.
Good contrast. Yeah. All right. Let's get.
I feel good about that. That was a good one.
Take a sip. You earned it.
Yeah. Big sip.
Take the rest of the day
Y'all
off.
do.
Let's get into a little bit of sports here. Mike, I know you've had some thoughts on this. The coaches poll is out. College football is right around the corner. The AP poll. Do we know when the AP comes out? That's
I'm
what
not
we
sure
really
when the
care
AP
about. But
yeah.
the coaches poll has been out for like a week or so, and I know you have some thoughts about the top 10 coaches poll.
Yeah, I don't really get all up in arms over, oh, this person's ranked here. What I like to do is I look at that, and every year there are teams that people expect to be good that are bad, and people are almost always certain that preseason top 10, all those teams are going to be in the mix. But this happens every year where a team just craters. So I was looking at this year's top 10 trying to guess who's a program that craters this year, that is just straight up bad.
Can we look first for some, like, just to give it some context, examples from last year, preseason?
Yeah, I imagine LSU is probably that. Yeah, Texas. Like
Coaches poll last year. I'm looking at it right now. Coaches. I'll look at the coaches just for to match it up properly. Top 10 in the coaches poll preseason last year. LSU was number 9, and obviously they tanked. Who else here didn't finish very good? That was in the top. What did Clemson finish last year? Like, did Clemson finish ranked pretty high last year?
I don't think they finished ranked.
Clemson was ranked number 6 in the preseason polls last year, and their final ranking last year, Clemson was not ranked. So Clemson is probably the best example.
Yeah, there's always a top 10 team, it
Yeah.
seems. That
Okay,
just
so go ahead.
Finishes the season unranked. They end up firing their coach because things go poorly. And I was trying to guess who's a team that does that this year. And my answer will shock you.
So 1 through 10, it's Ohio State, Greg, Oregon, Georgia, Texas, Notre Dame, Indiana, Miami is 7, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Ole Miss. So which of those, Mike, do you think could be like a Clemson or like an LSU and they end up being unranked?
So what you look for here in trying to predict which team is going to have a poor season, it's got to have a tough schedule. It's got to run into other ranked teams, so it's got to be from a stacked conference. You try to eliminate some teams that probably won't have a really bad season because their schedule, both out of conference and in conference, is a bit favorable. Miami, hopefully they can make the ACC championship, but I don't think Miami is going to be bad, right? I don't think Miami is going to be finishing unranked. So we keep them in there. Same thing with Notre Dame. Indiana, that might be a contender for a lot of people because they won the championship last year. They lost Mendoza, but they brought in Hoover, and they're still pretty talented. And if you look at their schedule, it's pretty favorable, especially non-conference.
Ohio State at home, at Michigan.
Yeah, so
USC at home.
I was torn between Georgia, and Ohio State.
Whoa. Ohio State's the one we're going to be
Ohio
surprised, right?
State would be my prediction right now because they lost like a bajillion guys in the NFL draft. That was a lot of talent, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And
at Texas week 2.
Now, I know Ryan Day's had success there, but I feel like that was the end of their run. College football's changed. Being able to stack the classes, that's not really there. And I just think that they're on a downward trajectory. I could see this season going poorly. They have Texas. That is a huge game. But then I think they're the kind of team that can trip up against the likes of an Illinois or an Iowa. I don't think they're this invincible team anymore.
Stretch of mid-October, Mike, at Indiana, followed by
USC.
At USC, and then home against Oregon. That's a stretch right there.
That's a cross-country to USC, and then you close into Michigan. We all know historically there's struggles there. I could see this season going very poorly for Ohio State. So that would be
very poorly.
I could see, for Ohio State standards, I could see it ending like an LSU or a Clemson season. They're supremely talented. Sayan was a Heisman finalist, but there were a lot of uncomfortable truths, I think, that popped up in that Cotton Bowl, and that was with a much better team.
Wow.
So, Mike, in the backyard here, Miami reaches the national championship game, wins the portal for another top quarterback. Do you think they're ranked too low at 7? Because they're consistent in all the preseason polls. They're consistently low top 10, which surprised me. Yeah. Why do you think that is?
I think that there's going to be skepticism around Miami until they prove that they're here to stay. But I'm not pissed off about 7. I would have been pissed off if they were lower than 7.
Why would you be pissed off? Who gives a shit? It's
none of this stuff matters. But I would have been like, wait, we're behind Texas A&M. We beat them last year. What are we doing? I understand being behind Indiana because they beat us last year. Notre Dame ahead of Miami. Okay, Notre Dame's going to be really talented. But Texas, I know they had a really good offseason, but Texas was a disaster last season by their expectations. Georgia not going the way that I think that they used to. So I was a little bothered by some of that stuff, but whatever. I think it'll all come out clean in the wash. But I could also see how I'm a huge fan of what Oklahoma's done this offseason. I think they're bringing back. I was a Mateer guy. Mateer, did you see him with his shirt off the other day? It was like he looked like Aaron Donald. And I know he totally fell off when he hurt his hand. But I think a lot of people would probably circle Oklahoma as a team that might not be good as a top 10 team because they look so bad in the college football playoff, and you just have Venables and a lack of trust.
Boy, Oklahoma's at the big house week 2. That's a game right there.
People seem to think Michigan's going to be good this year. They're ranked 16 right now. A reminder, Kyle Whittingham is the coach there. People forget. But, Underwood, I don't know if I trust him throwing the ball. Jim, I got to see it.
There are a couple things in college football that I'm really confused with right now, Greg. And I know you're looking at me, you're like, Zaslow, how could be confusing? You're a college football expert, all right? It's why you travel on the road every week with ESPN Radio.
Exactly
and I
what
would
I was
say,
thinking.
Yeah, I know. Like, when we're talking about the experts, like, there's Feinbaum and there's Heather Dinich and there's me,
Sure.
But there are a couple things that I'm really confused about. Number one, when it comes to the college football playoff, I know there's going to be 12 teams again this year, but, where are we with the expansion? When would this happen? Is it going to be 16? Is it going to be 20? Is it going to be 24?
God, I would hate
I would hate it too.
I would hate 24 too.
I would hate it too because it was a conversation a couple years ago when they enacted the 12-team college football playoff. Is this going to water down the regular season? Is this going to take away from the regular season? And my opinion is no. It is absolutely not taken away from the regular season. Now, there's been a couple of instances, like for instance, at the end of the year when Michigan plays Ohio State. That game, and you go 2 years ago when Michigan beat Ohio State, of course, went on to win the national championship. If there was no 12-team playoff game, Ohio State's season would have been over when Michigan beats them in that last game of the season. Instead, Ohio State was able to go on and win the national championship. So in that sense, does that take a little bit of the juice away from that game? Yeah, a little bit. But I think the overwhelming majority opinion would be that the 12-team playoff has enhanced the regular season. You got more games and more teams that are involved every single week. But a 24-team playoff, that's when I think we would actually be watering. We would lose the regular season in college football.
I don't mind a 2014 playoff. I thought I was going to hate the World Cup expanding from 32 teams to 48. I didn't. I think it was great. I think it just added another layer of interest. And I think the college football playoff expanding will do the same thing. What I don't like is the automatic tickets given to lesser teams from second-tier conferences. I think if you're going to have a 24-team playoff, it should be the best 24 teams in the country, not the token invitation to a team that has no business.
I think the expansion to 24 does give you more token teams. I can understand not liking that with 12, but with 24 you kind of have more. I hope we never get to 24.
It seems like that's the direction we're heading.
Well, there was a recent report that came out, I believe yesterday, that there's momentum for a 16-team expansion.
I don't even love that.
If expansion is inevitable, I like it where we are.
I like it where we are
right now. I think that's a good number. But I also think that we're in this weird place with the conference championship games. We pick and choose when they matter and when they don't. It didn't matter for Alabama, but it did matter for BYU. Meanwhile, Miami doesn't play in it and benefits from not playing in it. They would have benefited from playing it had they wanted to.
They've changed that this year now, the ACC, right?
Yes, it makes a little bit more sense. They're not trying to – I mean, that was a really terrible look for Jim Phillips last year. But
now the tiebreaker is going to be –
You also have Notre Dame never having to worry about a conference championship game. It's not the same rules for everybody, so I would do away – with conference championships.
To clarify, Mike, real quick, the tiebreak now for the ACC is going to be based on ranking?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Which is the way it should be.
It should be.
Way it should be.
That was an embarrassment that Duke ends up your
ranking being a tiebreaker. Obviously, conference record. Yeah. But if you end up in a situation where teams have the same conference record, then if you don't have head-to-head, then you have ranking. And with the expanded conferences, we're having far too many situations in which you have these wild tie-breaking procedures inside of conferences where 4 of the 5 teams in the mix haven't played one another.
Right.
Which is kind of stinky.
So I'm confused about all of that. It seems like that's just out there looming, and I don't know what.
All this expansion, by the way, is driven by the Big Ten and the SEC, so they can continue doing what they're doing, which is dominate the narrative, use their network partners to fight for them, and get more of those teams in.
I just think we're in a real sweet spot right now with college football, where the regular season is still enormous, and we have a playoff system, which we had never had before. I feel like it's the best of both worlds, and I really feel, I would have to see how 16 felt if they went to that, but I know if it went to 24, the last few weeks in the regular season, they're going to be meaningless. Like, you can lose these games and still wind up making the playoffs. Like, we would really lose a huge part of what makes college football so great if we make it 24 teams.
I thought last year, though, was a narrative buster because at the heart of most of the intense college football playoff debates was a game that happened week 1 of the season,
right,
head to head. And we're always told, if you're going to lose at the beginning. And those losses
that would
don't
not
matter.
have been a debate if we had 24 teams.
No, I have an idea to make the regular season mean more while also succumbing to the fact that we're going to have private equity in this thing, and Super League is going to be a near certainty as well down the line, which is like a promotion relegation model.
The second thing that I'm really confused about with college football right now, Isn't there supposed to be like a salary cap when it comes to the amount of money NIL and you're able to spend? Like, what happened to that? A year ago, didn't they come out with a rule where it's like X amount of dollars that you could spend on NIL? And now I don't understand what the hell is going on there. Is there a salary cap? Is there a certain amount of money you're able to spend, you're not supposed to spend over the course of all of your athletic programs? Like, what happened there?
There was an executive order that was signed. And it's like the only executive order out of all the ones that have signed that nobody pays attention to.
Right, no one pays attention to it.
Like, everybody just kept doing their business. Yeah.
I don't get it. So, all right, so I should never think about that again.
No, Save College Sports Act looks like, especially with the recent developments with Josh Hawley trying to,
What do you say?
There was there's a lot going on there. Run a Google. But then they're trying to inject the trans thing, which is always just going to be like, okay.
Yeah.
There was actual real momentum. And I was actually impressed with some of the strides that version 1 to version 2 made. The salary cap went up like $20 million. And there was a whole plan for a runway to wean off of that, whereas it would have put 30 programs in this impossible spot where they're going to lose half their roster with no time whatsoever. But I think we just kind of stay in this weird in-between that we're in right now where the NCAA cannot win a case in court to save its life. You're going to have all these guys that have been in like rookie camps coming back to the sport. You're going to have pros, guys that maybe showed up, that played games in the NBA, showing up back in college. Yeah. I don't like that. But there is going to need to be sweeping change, but you need time to do that. And the NCAA across the year is never at a season. And they don't have a labor rep to threaten work stoppage. All these conversations are happening without a representative for the players being there. I do think that college sports probably needs to stop at some point so everyone can iron this out, but the money machine is just too big for the players too, because the players are now making big-time generational wealth by just going to a place.
Greg, this color looks good on me, right?
It's growing on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it would.
Yeah, a little bit.
Pete Crow Armstrong. And yeah, I mean, ridiculous player, probably will be the NL All-Star this year, or the NL MVP this year. Like, he has been ridiculous. He's deserving of it. I know Ethan Badowski talks to me nearly every single day about why Shohei should not be the MVP. But going back to some of the questions you guys asked before, favorite wine. I'm a Cabernet Sauvignon guy. That's my personal favorite. I am not a snob, so I will get whatever is BOGO at Publix. often like a $20 bottle. That's pretty much it. And so then I get 2 of those. Also, I don't think Cooper's Hawk is everywhere in the country, but I would say, think like Cheesecake Factory, but a little bit nicer in terms of a restaurant, but it's like a wine bar. So my wife and I have a monthly thing there where you get a couple of bottles from them. You do a wine tasting. It's really great. Love it. Any plans of a SoundCloud in the future? That's actually a great question. I've thought about putting a SoundCloud together of some of the old songs from the show that I've done before. If you guys are actually legitimately interested in that, either like shoot me a DM on Instagram or tweet at me or something. And maybe I'll just put some of those up there for you to listen to. I've also thought before, and this is one I would love to get feedback on, of maybe putting some of those songs together on like vinyl or something and auctioning it off to proceed Camp Fiesta. It's a thought. Let me know what you think. Camp Rock 3, go. I think it's going to be terrible despite the fact that I loved the first Camp Rocks. It's probably not going to be very good. But the first Camp Rock we actually just watched as our camp movie at Camp Fiesta. And it was cool to see like young kids really enjoy it. And the mashup at the end of Gotta Find You and This Is Me is like top tier. Have I ever smoked a cigarette? I know this is a big question all of you have asked. No, I've never smoked a cigarette. I've smoked, not a cigarette. I've always thought smoking cigarettes is cool. My wife and I are constantly telling each other that if we didn't care about our futures, that we should just start smoking cigarettes. Because they look super cool. There's nothing cooler, and I still might do this. If I ever go to Europe again, like a hand-rolled cigarette, and just like hand-roll a cigarette and go stand out in the middle of the street in London and smoke a hand-rolled cigarette, it sounds kind of awesome. Better chat to monitor, DLS or DK, do they just blend together? Never monitored the DK chat, have always just been in the DLS one, so maybe that's something I'll do moving forward. But as of right now, that's the main one for me. What should I get my wife for her birthday? This was a big question. I appreciate the follow-up. So it's coming up in like 10 days, which means you don't really have time to invest in like a nice gift. You don't want to worry about shipping on that. But to me, the best gift is always an experience. Like that's what I love doing with my wife, is taking her somewhere, doing something that either we've never done before, or sharing over something that we enjoy. So I know you said something about going to a Rick Ross concert after a Major League Baseball game. That does sound kind of fun to me. But if there's a different, a restaurant that means something to you guys, or a restaurant that you've never been to before, if there's, an experience in a specific place that's near enough that you don't have to, drive for several hours, but also if you do want to drive for a couple hours, maybe making a playlist of concerts that you've been to before. That's something I did recently for my wife's birthday, was like handcrafted a playlist of some other concerts, like artists that we've been to their concerts to listen to on the way to the concert we were going to. MJ or LeBron, absolutely always have said LeBron James. It's Michael Jordan now that LeBron did not choose to come back to Miami. Let's see if we've got any more questions here. Checking the chat just to see if there's anything else. Tobacco will make you dizzy and nauseous, Jeremy. Yeah, I tried dip one time in high school and did not enjoy it. When's the Hee Haw 3 going on tour? Stay tuned. How's it go, Kane in Miami? I wouldn't know. I don't know what hat size Zaz wears, although I imagine it's large. Yes, Manischewitz is good wine. It's tasty. It's sweet. You can't go wrong with it. SoundCloud rappers are not back. Am I excited about the new Warriors musical? I don't even know what that is. So let me know what that is. Favorite non-sports video game? I don't have an answer to that. Maybe it would have been Super Smash Bros. Nintendo 64. We've got less than a minute before I can go. Is Dylan Dingler the AL MVP? No, but he should be getting a lot of votes. He really should. Let's see. Any last questions here before I wrap? Would I rather have candy cane arms or gumdrop legs? Candy cane. Oh, man. Gumdrop legs. It's a tough one. Will Amin be your counsel in arbitration? Yes, stay tuned. Zaz does not smell weird. All right. We'll do this again soon. Appreciate you guys. And thanks for always asking such interesting questions. I'll get you more of these sometime soon. See ya.
Do we have an update as to how much Greg is going to cover for the fantasy football champion to come and be at the draft in person, which Greg promised? Well, not promised. He offered. He wanted to buy a flight for what is homeboy's name?
Steve.
For Steve, the champion, to come and draft in person. Steve went and booked the flight. Greg did not remember. Video evidence proved that this was, in fact, offered up to Steve.
It does appear to be me.
It does appear, yes, facial recognition says that it was you. And you reached out now and asked Steve, we're going to guess how much it is, but we first asked Steve, what airline did he book?
American Airlines.
And he's coming from Connecticut?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
He's flying into Miami, I assume?
Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we're looking at like 4. I think it's going to be 4.
Oh, boy.
Now, I'm not sure if Steve was aware of my dad. Like, when he basically...
Being cheap.
I got news that Steve basically has miles, and he used his miles. Oh. So this actually ended up costing like under $100. Wow. So
okay, no. Okay, that actually, that's interesting. So he's only going to want the difference, or he's going to want what the price would have been, because he did pay in miles.
That's true. So like he said, it would have been.
It's not
close,
free. He paid in miles.
He said it would have been close to 5.
Whoa, that's an expensive trip. Okay, see, this is interesting now, Greg, because with him, I'm going to defend you a little bit here. Because with him not asking you first, or at least telling you, I'm about to book this is what it costs.
Thank you.
I think then asking to be reimbursed for a flight that's $500 is a little on the expensive side.
Thank you. I appreciate that support.
Right?
He should have brought me in on the discussion. And all of a sudden we're negotiating. Well, can't you, on this flight, on Asswipe Airlines, it's only $240, but he didn't do that. So what do I end up owing him? Like $100?
And less than that.
Okay, I'm going to up it to 100.
Just going to give him 100 for his troubles.
I'm going to round it up to 100. And matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do?
Will you pay for a car service?
Will you remember that you say this?
I will remember. I'm going to give him a Benjamin as I hand him the trophy. That's what I'm going to do.
I don't believe you'll remember that a week from now.
Who forgets stuff like that?
Who forgets?
Who won?
All right, so we want you to text Steve back now and say, Greg says he's going to spot you a hundo.
No, I mean, I think he'll take that because he was just kind of like, I put it on my miles. Don't even tell him. Don't worry about it. Is basically what he texted me.
Okay, I'm going to own up to my offer by giving him a crisp $100 bill. I'm going to iron
Take
it.
care of his dinner too, though.
Not
Take care of his
crisp.
dinner.
Have it all waddled up.
But the thing is, at my house, so in effect, all the snacks and hors
home-cooked
d'oeuvres.
meal for him.
And you don't ask for any money there.
That's
you
right.
You just treat people.
All
Love
the
game.
snacks,
Yes.
all the you mean the 100 wings that I always purchase? Like, there's no snacks being eaten from everyone brings their own drinks.
That's fair.
It's just the place.
Okay. Well, the place, that's not
It's because
nothing.
the game room of Curios is a perfect draft location.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
All right. So good. I got off easy. Thank you.
There you go.
I'm happy.
There you go.
I was fearing the worst. I was fearing 400 and something.
500's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
That's lot.
That's why I said earlier I hope the number starts with a 2. I would have been happy with 279.
This is someone who doesn't know what airplane tickets cost.
Well,
Zagacki.
that kind of thing.
Flying across the country.
Plus
$200.
That would not have gone over with your mother if I'm telling her, can you Zelle $500 to some guy in Connecticut that you've never heard of?
Guarantee it would hurt you more than her. She would just be like, okay, whatever.
I know, you're right. Okay. Anyway, thank you, Steve, for flying cheap.
Now, Mike, you are no longer a Cleveland Browns fan, right?
Correct.
So if they were to make the playoffs this year, you would not you would not be jumping on that and rooting and invested.
No, they made the playoffs with Flacco the other season, right? And I was rooting for their fan base. My problem is Deshaun Watson and Jimmy Haslam and the decision that went into that and forcing Baker out to bring in this predator in under center. And it's easier to disassociate when it's Joe Flacco under center. I have plenty of friends, and I made a lot of great relationships as a Browns fan. But with Deshaun Watson, absolutely not.
What about
I feel nothing?
What about when Watson's no longer on the team?
I mean, we talked about this hypothetical when they were in play for Cam Ward, and I absolutely would have probably been back for Cam Ward. I kind of root for the Titans a little bit because Cam Ward's there right now.
So the Cleveland Browns quarterback competition, believe it or not, I think is one of the more interesting ones.
It is.
In preseason right now.
Yep.
It's not very often that you have an interesting quarterback battle on a team that everybody knows is going to be shitty. And that's what's going on right now with the Cleveland Browns.
You say it's not all that often. It seems to be commonplace in Cleveland. A bad quarterback battle with a team everybody expects to be bad.
No, but I'm saying, you don't very often have an interesting quarterback battle on a team that's going to be shitty. You have quarterback battles on shitty teams every year.
Well, this one's interesting because Deshaun Watson probably has the worst contract of all time.
And because the other guy is Shedeur Sanders.
And the other guy is Shedeur Sanders, in which ESPN forces discussion about daily.
It feels like it seems like Deshaun Watson's going to win the job. And I wonder if Deshaun Watson wins the job, do they then actually cut Shedeur Sanders? Because we're now 2 years, 2 head coaches. It's like, do we really need this headache?
I mean, Deshaun Watson's been on Cleveland for a long time.
This year 5, I think.
And him starting seems wild. Like, I feel like I haven't seen Deshaun Watson as a Browns quarterback, even though he's been there for 5 years.
Well, last time you saw him, he tore his Achilles, and we thought he'd never play football again.
Right.
So it's like all of a sudden now
and
he's
the fans
back.
cheered, right? Didn't they cheer when he was being carried off the field?
Yeah, he was atrocious when he was healthy. Right away, it was just bad. All of it was bad. Nobody was happy that it was happening. And I'm sure a lot of Cleveland Browns fans would have been, all right, well, at least let's get the guy that we saw in Houston. And they did not get that guy.
Speaks to how bad Shador's been, that if a guy who's come off like one of the worst couple seasons of his life, then tears his Achilles, then gets back, and he's still playing better than you at camp where there's at least some sort of competition, is like, woof.
And remember, they drafted Dylan Gabriel ahead of Shador Sanders.
What number is he now?
He doesn't know.
So Todd Monken is the new first-year head coach of the Cleveland Browns. Like, a coaching lifer, Todd Monken, who now finally has a chance to be a head coach in the NFL. And every day it's stuff like this in training camp between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders.
Mary Kay asked if they're even Steven, and then you mentioned that Deshaun's is better.
Hold on. What was that?
So that's what I'm asking. Were you saying,
I said Deshaun's better.
Were you saying that he's gotten better since camp, or that he's better than Shedeur? I want to make sure.
I don't think I threw in there that he's better than Shedeur. I'm not sure I went that far, but I appreciate you trying to trap me in that.
I'm not.
Every day, Greg.
Oh, man.
Every day. Every day. That's the stuff the coach is getting.
I don't envy him. I mean, both of his quarterback options are polarizing guys who I would guess a lot of Browns fans still hate Deshaun and aren't sure about Shedeur. I mean, it's just a weird situation.
This just seems like a wasted year. And you remember when Vic Fangio became a head coach and everyone's like, he just wanted to say that he was a head coach at one point in his career. And that's kind of what's going on with Todd Monken here. I read he apparently threw something after ending practice early yesterday because he did 90-second drills with his offense, and there were multiple false starts and just disaster plays.
Have the Browns ever not wasted a year?
Juju, can you put it on the poll? Have the Browns ever not wasted a year?
It was that 1 year that we won at Pittsburgh with Kevin Stefanski having COVID in his basement.
And then did they?
That
do
was the
anything?
height. That was the height. That was the height.
So it wasn't wasted. That was like
No.
entertainment value year.
No, and then there was that bad call in Kansas City where Higgins caught a touchdown, but he got like absolutely helmet to helmet, crash in. He goes limp at the goal line. It's a huge swing in that game. And I believe Matt Morse had a huge scramble.
Flacco year, too. I mean, that wasn't a lost season.
Todd Monken every day must walk away from that press conference and just mutter to himself, boy, this is a real shit job. Right? Like every day. There's no chance they're going to be any good.
Zero shot.
And he's dealing with a really shitty quarterback controversy.
The face of the franchise is now in L.A.
And this is his one opportunity, which of course is why Todd Monken took the job. He can't not take that job.
No, I mean, I think the mindset of NFL coaches, no matter who it is, no matter where, I've got one of 32 jobs that 1,000 other guys would want, you know? Like, I don't think Todd Monken sees it as a terrible job. I think he sees it as the time of his life.
But he will eventually.
Oh, he will. Yeah, I mean, when they're 3-11 and everybody's booing, but right now, I mean, if he's upset now, if he's shaking his head now, he's got no shot.
If Deshaun Watson wins the job, which it looks like he's going to, if Deshaun Watson wins the job and like that, they're going to cut Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders. They're not going to keep all three.
It has to be Shedeur.
If I think they could wind up cutting Shedeur Sanders. Does another team pick him up?
As a free agent, maybe.
Find out next segment on First Take.
I'm wondering if somebody will.
Dylan Gabriel
trade
does
for him.
not look like a serious quarterback.
Oh, but
or
the
a
Falcons have
professional.
to pick him up, right? And make him the third left-handed quarterback on their
That's
roster.
a great call.
Come on.
Yes.
There'd be two left-handed Hawaiian quarterbacks on one roster.
There is one flaw in all of this.
They're not good?
Stefanski's the head coach in Atlanta. and he's
Very
gonna be
big
like,
flaw.
Yeah.
Jeremy, come on.
Damn!
I know
Very
all
big
about this
flaw.
guy.
Oh,
We're not.
damn it.
This guy's terrible.
That would have been the one opportunity for him, and he blew it.
Very big flaw.
Oh, what a shame.
Have we heard anything recently about Tua out of Falcons camp? I haven't heard anything in a
Has he
few
practiced?
days.
No, him
Yeah, I
and
don't know.
Tua has the back. Penix still, I don't believe, has been cleared yet.
Knee or something.
What a
The guy's throwing
disaster.
passes in Atlanta.
What a disaster.
Yeah, nightmare.
Speaking of disaster, a couple of guys who were not here with us yesterday. One is Jeremy. One is Greg Cody. And we talked about something that I know you guys want to get in on, and that was what's going on with the WNBA right now, because there's always some bullshit going on with the WNBA. A lot of times it is their fault because they have very poor leadership, and a lot of times it's not their fault because you have people in the political sphere that like to hijack the WNBA and make it about what they want and their talking points. And that is happening right now, where you have a couple of bozos in Royce White and Enes Kanter who have injected themselves into the trans, what defines a woman conversation, and they have both declared for the 2027 WNBA draft. So, Greg, your thoughts here when you saw this news over the weekend?
I mean, it's controversial enough as a topic without Enes Kanter coming in and just throwing the silly into the whole thing by saying, I declare for the 27 WNBA draft. It's just ridiculous. And you see memes now. I don't know if you've seen any of these. AI memes have these super masculine men playing against women and just dominating, and they're just distasteful and off-putting, and the whole topic has gotten ridiculous. And what Sophie Cunningham started has really taken legs, and it's not going away nearly quick enough. It's a straw man argument because it's just being used to hurt transgender people. And these are bullied people. These are people who need all the support and love and understanding they can get. And this conversation is just hurtful to them. The grain of truth to it is what Sophie Cunningham is talking about, but the grain of truth in the biology of the whole thing is not enough to instill the hurt on people who don't deserve it.
Yeah, I thought the conversation you guys had yesterday was pretty good, honestly, in terms of throwing enough at both Royce White and Enes Kanter Freedom for what it is that they're doing here. But the reality is, and this is something that I wish we could have gotten ahead of, because it was obvious from the moment Sophie Cunningham started this where the logical endpoint was going to be. And something that didn't happen yesterday was talking about how, you guys mentioned that this is not really a conversation. It's not a real thing. This is concocted. And the frustration is that, like, Sophie Cunningham brought this upon this league. And Sophie Cunningham claims to be standing up for women and, women's rights and women's safety. And if she was really advocating for women, she never would have brought this upon her league. And once she did, even if, Sophie Cunningham is not someone who hates trans people, although I would bet within the year she's doing the Riley Gaines circuit, and she is one of these sort of paid actors out there who is advocating against trans people, because that will be her grift, and that has been a part of this grift. Even if
you think she's running a grift, Sophie Cunningham?
100%. She's a mediocre player who averages 2 or 3 points per game and averages 15 to 20 minutes a game and is toward that part of her career. And once this was an opportunity, all she did was fan the flames as opposed to shut them down. And if you really are someone...
She's shut it down since. Or she's tried. She's tried to walk it back since.
After spending multiple weeks just saying, like, hey, I'm just here advocating for the little girls. And that's a thing, by the way. Like, I want to articulate, like, something that happens here a lot of the time is in terms of the language that we use, it's always protecting little girls from biological men. It's never like boys versus girls. It's never men versus women. We talk about protecting little girls from biological men. And the language that's used is careful. And whether Sophie Cunningham is willfully ignorant or purposefully ignorant is irrelevant. She's using that same language that is purposefully used that way because it creates this boogeyman that doesn't exist.
Correct. That's a huge part of this, Jeremy. There was one race that happened several years ago, a college race. This isn't an issue. There was an executive order signed. The pipeline for this crazy hypothetical that conservative commentators always try to paint. There's men beating up women in women's sports. You got to protect them. No, there's no pipeline. Yeah. They can't be in college sports. They can't be in.
But at the lower levels, it happens sometimes.
There was an executive order signed. There is no pipeline to get people to the league.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened in the WNBA.
No, but I'm talking lower levels. I'm talking like actual younger age, right?
That's what the executive order was signed for.
They've been signing bills all across the country to ban high school athletes from competing, high school trans athletes. And what they've had to do as they do that is go searching around their state to try to find a singular trans athlete. You can go back and watch a lot of the work that Pablo's done over the last calendar year or so, whether it was the Riley Gaines episode or a separate episode where he talked about the bill specifically in Ohio, where all it did was single out one trans girl who was a backup catcher on a softball team.
It's interesting. I had this conversation with my son, my younger son. He's 14. I had this conversation with him recently, maybe a couple months ago, and this topic came up, and I said to him, I go, Jordan, let me ask you something. Do you know anyone who's trans? And he said, no.
Right.
And I said, have you ever met anyone that's trans? And he said, no. I go, neither have I. What are we really talking about here?
Yeah, and you might have. Like, you might not know, because that's part of the reality of all of this, too, is we're creating a boogeyman out of an unknown person or an unknown situation.
Mm-hmm.
But you know the abuse that happens? It's from Riley Gaines' own coach, who allegedly raped her teammates.
Well, she's
okay?
She's her own thing. Like, I don't think
she's not her own
Sophie
thing.
Cunningham
They're taking pictures.
The same.
Hey, hold on a second. They're posting pictures together. These are not. She's not shying away from this. And my point is that right now, Sophie Cunningham is not Riley Gaines.
Right.
But let's have this conversation again in a
Well,
year.
okay.
Because that's where this all starts.
Mm-hmm.
Riley Gaines herself did not start as what Riley Gaines is right now. But we talk about money and politics and the way that it works. Like, there's all sorts of dark money that funds Riley Gaines and people like her so that they can be the faces in front of this hateful rhetoric that's out there. And the real abusers are the people like Royce White, who's been charged with actual abuse of his own wife. Like, even when there's not, and the last part of this is, Mike, you brought up the race with Leah Thomas and Riley Gaines. And ironically, in all of this, Leah Thomas was actually an example of this process working.
Right, didn't they strip
Leah Thomas,
them of
yeah,
the
but
medals?
Leah Thomas, pre-transition, was a Stanford swimmer who was highly successful in the male category and had really good records and had competed in the Ivy League tournament and finished in the top 5 as a freshman. And over the span of years, went through hormone suppression, and her times significantly decreased. But she was just about equally as competitive when she was a male competitor, and then ultimately after she transitioned and was competing amongst the females. She tied for 5th in one race, and that changed everything. I'm not saying that
Jeremy,
there aren't genetic advantages.
No, but I understand. But you're giving this way too much attention to defend things on merit. It's not a merit-based conversation.
But that's the part where it starts, is that this conversation comes out of nowhere. The only problem that I have, and I'm giving too much breath, because the thing I didn't want was
it's a bad faith combo.
Right. But the thing that I want to make abundantly clear is not that in the end what needs to happen, because what it is someone would look at someone like me and say, like, oh, so what? You want men and women's sports? No, it's not that simple. When someone transitions, there are all sorts of guidelines in place, and the WNBA, we talk about their leadership, got caught sleeping here on something because it was not ever, has never been, and will never be an issue for the WNBA in particular. Every other sporting organization where this has been something that's come to fruition, they have specific rules and guidelines in place when it comes to hormone suppression to make sure that the competitive balance is fair. And when it comes to the boogeyman aspect of all of it, that's a totally separate thing and where this grift is going. But we are letting all of this be a bigger issue. And Zaz, whether we like it or not, Sophie Cunningham opened this door to let her league be at the center stage of this circus. And it's really frustrating that we've now just skipped to only Enes Kanter and Royce White, who were fools to begin with when she let that happen.
It was manna from heaven for conservative media that wants to hit something that was a very popular piece of their platform during the last election cycle. Yep. It won. Yep. And Democrats did not know what to do with this this one thing, and it proved to be a huge single ballot issue in many cases, even though there was a swim meet, Yep. And this is not a good faith combo. It's a diversionary tactic because everything is terrible right now. Everything is super expensive. They're in a forever war with no way out, and they'd rather talk about this because this is what scores than talk about policy.
That's right.
And that's all they're doing right now. I imagine behind the scenes there's all sorts of engagement with right-wing media members really amplify this non-issue. It is never been a thing in that league, hasn't been. The whole notion of being a man, making yourself draft eligible to go in the WNBA, to become the first to do so. I saw highlight, see, this is a problem when you're patient zero.
Mike, I saw some of the poly markets have Enes Kanter 30% to be drafted. What?
I don't know what those are.
Let's see I see the bid out. Transition.
How could it not be 0%?
Transition. No, own the libs. Go out there. Own the libs. Transition. Please. Do it. Royce, do it.
That's the confusing part to me, Greg. Like these guys like Enes Kanter and Royce White, they don't want men playing in women's sports. Okay, fine. And their solution is let's be men and play in women's sports.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
They're being witty and sarcastic.
And do they not? Well, then maybe they do know that the WNBA has a specific bylaw that says only women can play.
If I'm the commissioner, I make a waiver. All right.
Well, she's a nothing. Okay.
Royce, if you transition, absolutely, let's do it. Yeah, join the WNBA. Let's own the libs together, pal.
You know who's the happiest person out of all this is?
Oh, let me hear.
Caitlin Clark. Because prior to all this, she was MAGA's Barbie. So all that weight on her shoulders.
And they're mad at her now, right?
Yeah.
I saw some people are mad at her. She's not speaking up.
I don't think Caitlin Clark's happy about any of this.
No. Yeah, every time I see Caitlin Clark in these post-game press conferences, she looks miserable.
It's just people like. It's always the people that don't watch the sport that feels most comfortable weighing in on this sport.
Well, and you're right, and that's why I always preface it when we bring this stuff up, because we never actually talk about the WNBA games here, because none of us really watch. Although
I don't watch it at all.
Mike's the only one who's willing to.
I have the courage.
Mike's
the
only one willing to admit that he doesn't watch it. We don't like. I watch it on the periphery, and I'm totally transparent about it. I watch it on the periphery because like
that
kind of
Jeremy doesn't watch.
Yeah,
Jeremy doesn't watch it.
Oh, we got two people who admit it.
No,
I don't watch on a consistent.
He doesn't want to admit it.
I'll watch an occasional playoff game.
I actually think what Zaz is doing is worse. Though. I watch on the periphery.
Yeah,
it's like you don't watch that. It's like,
no, I watch on the periphery because I need to know what's going on.
I don't watch.
Don't know what's going on with this.
Don't watch it all.
No, I need to know what's going on. But that's why I always preface it, Greg, with
not a second over here.
So you don't watch?
No.
Anytime that I bring
also
it up,
don't watch.
Oh, Tony, you don't watch.
He doesn't watch.
I was about to come to you for
Thank
a
you
top
for your
5
courage.
storylines.
I don't watch.
But the thing is, we're just learning he didn't watch. He didn't have the courage to tell you that he didn't watch.
But it's why I always preface it, Greg, with I feel bad bringing this kind of stuff up because we don't talk about WNBA
I lead
games
from the front
on this show. And I feel bad sometimes when the only time that we do talk about it is the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, like we're then essentially contributing to the bullshit. And the fact is, there's a lot of stuff going on in that league. Like, there's a lot of storylines that are actually in-game. They got cool players.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there is a lot of fun stuff if you're into the league.
Roy, you watch?
It's on in the background.
Oh, come on.
The background of what?
The
background because Miami 16 teams happens to be on. It's on the background.
There's 6 teams.
6 teams.
Okay, wait a minute.
The Chicago what?
Sky.
Yeah,
That's
one.
one.
That's one.
Dallas Wings.
2.
There you
Two.
go.
LA Sparks.
3. You could do it.
The Atlanta Dream.
4.
All right,
You
he's
can
an
do
expert.
it. You got this.
4.
Who are the champs?
The Connecticut Sun.
Oh,
and the
they're
Las
leaving,
Vegas
but
Aces.
okay.
One more.
There you go,
Las Vegas.
6. There you go.
He did that without saying the Indiana Fever.
That's right.
Or the New
team
York
that
Liberty. You didn't even
plays
mention the New York
Exactly.
team. Good job. There
Liberty.
you go.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
All right.
On in the background, what a cop out.
A hero and an
Who's the
ally.
bigger fan? Somebody on the periphery or
think
somebody
it's
in the back?
That's a great point.
Hey, I'm the bigger fan.
Those guys watching hockey from like
Everybody-
2002. What are we
Big fan.
talking
I'm
about?
going to come out and say it's not on in the background.
Wow.
It's not on in the background.
Oh boy.
Canucks Oilers from 2007.
Where do you watch it?
In my office while I'm working
in your
because
office?
Miami,
Yeah,
just
and-
like I said,
and-
because it's
and-
on in the background.
And what channel is it on in the background?
USA.
You know what? I don't watch it all. That's you said
Right
that with
before
conviction.
Suits.
That's I wouldn't be able to check you on this. You could have said anything.
L. Duncan.
Bring back the Miami Soul.
Yes.
Where's Ruth Riley?
Yes.
How about that?
On the Heat
How about
broadcast.
It's not there either.
It's been years.
It's been a long time since
She's
she's been
still,
doing that.
still around, though. I still see her.
Oh boy.
Peripheral.
What are you laughing at there, Chuckles?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
The league has, from certainly outside looking in, and I saw Katie Nolan weigh in on this, and I really appreciated her perspective as someone that actually watches it. And she's like, this is the W is a safe space for people that are actually disenfranchised. I think everybody can understand, and maybe some of you in the audience might even say good under your breath, but I think we can all acknowledge there has been a gigantic sea change on how these people are being treated, on how we're moving in on their rights. Kind of sucks to be going through that at this point in time in America. And WNBA games would seem to be a safe space for those that are actually disenfranchised. I'm not talking about the white people getting upset about a swim meet that feel like they have all the problems in the world. I'm talking about people that are actually having their rights trampled and having actual hate. And to do this to your fan base and have this discussion with all the toxicity attached to it puts your fans in a tough spot.
Yeah, I hear you. It is a fun league if you're into the games, but too often you get the bullshit that
I love women's basketball.
stage.
Look, I do love women's basketball. I go to many Miami Hurricanes women's basketball games. I have donated to that NIL
Hey, you're
program.
just not into the professional level.
No, I don't. It's
fine.
a bandwidth thing
Yeah,
for me.
it's fine.
I also don't watch baseball. Like I don't watch F1 anymore. All right, but I'm courageous enough to admit it.
Let's steer the conversation. We'll
You didn't want to say let's transition?
You know what? I didn't think of that.
Whoa,
if I
boy.
did, I would have. That'd have been funny.
Oh boy.
So instead, you got the joke. You get credit for it, Jeremy.
Oh boy.
Thank you.
The NBA schedule is coming out in full on Thursday, but we've started to have leaks, right? There's leakage with the NBA schedule. Do we have anything like I would imagine the opening night games, Christmas Day games, those are the ones that are coming out first. Do we have some of those handy? Has the opening night been released by the NBA? Do we know that yet?
I saw Shams put out the opening night games, but he leaves out that there's a game at 3 p.m. before these two games.
Okay, so opening night is going to be October 20th. And you're telling me they're doing an afternoon opening day game?
Yeah, the two games he shows is Sixers. They just took it off the screen, so of course I can't see it anymore. But it was Sixers at Knicks and then Thunder at San Antonio. Those are the 7 p.m. and then
Good
later
games.
game. And then, but yes,
You don't have to point out good games. It's opening night. We know it's going to be a good game.
Okay, but the 3 o'clock game is Pistons Celtics.
But
Good
do you think
game?
like someone's going to look at the opening night game? Wow, it's a real shit burger. No, it's opening night.
3 o'clock? You got it.
What's the game? What's
Celtics,
the game at 3?
Celtics Pistons. You like that one?
That should be a good game. Yeah, you have the number 1 seed versus the number 2 seed. Yeah,
Oh,
actually,
please.
yeah.
Number 2 seed, please.
They were.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah, that's right.
Who do they have this year? Hugo Gonzalez?
Has there ever been a number 1 seed that has become such an afterthought in its conference?
I think.
I feel like the
yes.
East has had a bunch throughout the
No,
years.
no, but the Pistons, they are not entering this equation
Right.
at all.
Weren't the
You're right.
Hawks the 1
They're-
seed a couple years ago?
They're in a tier to themselves.
Well, the
Their
Pistons.
tier- my friend Ben was like, their tier is Pistons.
The Pistons very much feel like those Hawks teams that Budenholzer coach, where, all right, they're going to win 60 games and no one's afraid of them. And they're the
The
number 1 seed.
Cavs, weren't they the 1
yeah, but
seed? a couple
nobody
years?
thinks that they're going to have the same type of season at all.
Okay, so opening day, it's Pistons, Celtics in the afternoon. Why are they doing an afternoon game?
The NHL does this too.
But at least the NHL says 5 p.m.
Okay, well, the NBA also has appeal in Europe, so I imagine this is a big TV window over there too. But I like the idea of We do this for Major League Baseball opening day.
Okay.
Hockey started doing it.
I
Started
do
early.
like that they're just taking a game. Like, don't put the Sixers at Knicks at 3 p.m.
So
Put
the
a bad game.
Sixers, LeBron, they're going to – not only did the Knicks smoke them in the playoffs, but LeBron and the Sixers are going to stand there and watch the banner being raised.
Yeah.
I like that.
Beautiful.
I like that.
I like that.
Perfect.
That's a
We
good
had-
story.
And then we had the Christmas Day games, which, guys, Miami Heat fans, we are back.
The Heat are playing on Christmas. So the Heat are the second game on Christmas, which must be, 3 p.m.?
2:30.
2:30? So 2:30 on Christmas, Heat at Celtics. Yes. We are
into that.
We are back. I love the Heat being on the road on Christmas.
Amen.
I love that because if the Heat lose at the Celtics, which they won't, but if they lose at the Celtics, like, whatever, it's Christmas. That's a tough spot to win.
Right.
The Celtics are supposed to win that game. But if the Heat do win Christmas at the Celtics, then we ruin your Christmas. We take your Christmas from you. And you're all upset. It becomes fuck your Christmas if the Heat win at the Celtics. That's a win-win to me. So I like the Heat being on the road. And at the Celtics, too, on Christmas, I'm into that.
And LeBron goes back to LA. Sixers, Lakers.
Okay, so let's see here. Yeah,
Do I
Spurs
do-
at Knicks.
I
So
can-
we
do you
know
want
the
me to-
Knicks always have the noon Christmas game.
Do you want me to do this through the NFL prism? I have here the full Christmas Day, NBA and NFL combined.
So give us the NFL, NBA.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right, noon, Christmas Day, Spurs, Knicks.
Good game.
1 p.m., Packers, Bears.
Okay, gotta go slow. Noon, Spurs, Knicks. 1 p.m., Packers, Bears. Excellent. Yep.
2:30, Heat, Celtics.
Oh, yeah.
4:30, Bills, Broncos.
Big game.
Yeah. That's my shtick.
5 p.m., Sixers, Lakers.
Yeah, 6. Oh, that's his only game back at the Lakers, LeBron. Okay, it's on Christmas.
8
But
p.m.
hold on for 1 second. Rousing ovation for LeBron in his return?
Definitely
Yeah,
positive.
but not as loud as Kobe's would be.
But it's a rousing ovation?
I'd say a tepid ovation.
I say smattering of booze, but mostly.
Oh, you think there could be a smatter of booze?
All right, look,
Yeah.
they were NBA champions and they were in-season tournament champions.
Yeah,
they
well,
won 2 trophies.
yes.
No one cares
The
about the
INT.
second thing you said.
Or IST, whatever they call it.
So 5 p.m., Sixers, Lakers. 8 p.m., Thunder, Wolves.
Good
Thunder, Wolves.
That's of all the games in the day, that's the meh.
Whatever.
8:15.
What are we talking? Anthony Edwards and SGA on prime time?
Okay.
Of all the games.
And shout out to those that called. Yes, the Knicks actually do have that noon window. It is a traditional thing.
Wasn't I arguing that?
Well, because I was like, well, they've also never been good enough to be in that later window, too.
It fit perfectly for them for decades.
No, New York City in the afternoon. That's their thing.
All right, so 8:15 now. Rams at Seahawks.
Oh, NFC West.
Huge game.
And then nightcap, 10:30.
If you want to start something, a huge game or not a huge game, that I guess could be your thing. But
So a huge game could be mine.
It could be, but I mean, everyone would know it's a knockoff, a cheap knockoff.
And then 10:30, Nuggets Warriors.
10:30 Nuggets.
That's a nice little Christmas.
Warriors.
8
Nuggets
games
Warriors,
on Christmas.
Now, look, there's not a ton of options for the 10:30 game, West Coast game, but I think the Warriors are going to stink this year.
Nuggets may not be any better.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
Nuggets
love,
because of
I don't
Miami
love
Heat
who they're
fan.
surrounding.
You're telling me that I can
Exactly right.
put Steph and Jokic in the trade machine. Jokic for Jovic. And a couple firsts. What do you say? Take it or leave it.
What if the Heat acquire Klay Thompson? Hey, Steph, you want to play here, don't you? What about that? Hey, like them apples.
What's this Klay Thompson thing?
I don't know.
Why is my summer being hijacked?
I don't know
by
why
Klay Thompson.
I don't know why all
It's
the
the
Heat's
second game of
eggs are
chicken.
into
It's being
Klay Thompson.
hijacked by Klay Thompson.
It's been hijacked by.
You're at Las Rosas
Well,
and
no.
you're thinking, I can't enjoy this because of Klay Thompson.
No, it's actually been hijacked recently by Enos Came to Freedom.
That's recent, though.
Yeah.
It's the last couple days.
Yeah. Also, the country's a tire fire. So it's usually got my free.
But the Klay Thompson thing, it's been hijacking my summer. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I think it's the second game of chicken. I think it's the second
The first game of chicken is
It's
whack.
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, we've been
It's been a
playing that game of chicken.
15-year-long game
Has
of
there-
chicken.
Zaz, you may argue this is a good nominee. There was a whacker game of chicken. It was Jacoby Brissett and the Arizona Cardinals. Like, come on, what are we doing? Get your money. This is your opportunity. Whatever. But this one, and Carson Beck might be better. But this game between the Heat and DeRozan has been going on for 5 years, where they're like, come here. championship culture. Got a role for you. Maybe take a little bit less. And DeMar DeRozan's like, I don't want to. I don't think you're very good. And they're like, no, we're gonna be good. What are you gonna do? Go play in Chicago or Sacramento? And DeMar DeRozan's like, yes. And we're both gonna be worse for it.
No, but the Heat's thing is, we've really wanted you for years.
Yeah.
But we're offering you a minimum contract.
Yeah. There was that one time that they offered
their
the
thing.
same as Sacramento. And he's like, I still think I want to do Sacramento. And we're like, well, but we're the Miami Heat. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll see you in the play-in.
The Heat love to go after the same guy for like 3 or 4 years in a row.
When the Heat like a guy, they like him forever.
It worked with Giannis eventually, but now these guys, like, isn't Russell Westbrook also in the rumor mill to the Heat?
God, I hope not.
I know.
Your Christmas. Greg, how do you think I look in this shirt? Red's been good, right?
Yeah, it's really becoming.
I think so. It became.
Did it?
I think we're past the becoming. I think it became.
Careful where you wear those colors.
I think I hate the shirt.
Man. Let's bring
Thank you for your courage.
I mean,
you look bad and you need friends to tell you look bad.
It's
a weird-ass shirt. No brands on it.
There is
not even a pocket to break it up.
It's
a psychotic shirt,
The
Zaz.
world's most generic shirt.
This is a great shirt.
No, it's a red shirt. Like, you can maybe rock the plain shirt with no pocket, no design, no branding if it's white or black or maybe even gray. Hell, navy blue. But red?
My whole scheme.
You might as well be wearing a purple or an orange shirt
My whole
or a green
scheme
shirt.
flies here. This is black hat, Zaslow Show 2.0 hat, red shirt. Those are my show colors.
You're not the white stripes.
How dare you?
You got a red ball cap that goes with that?
I have. I'm getting choked up now.
I have one too.
Heat or Panthers cap, I'm sure you got
It's a third stripe. Jack, Meg, John.
Could be maroon.
What a
It'd be
different
fine.
band.
I have some red Zaslow Show 2.0 hats, and it's
difficult to wear them these
The
days.
lost, the lost white stripes bassist. He's here.
You guys are making me sad. Let's bring aboard Juju. Juju, what do you make of my red shirt here? I look good. There's a good look on me.
Yes, sir, man.
See?
My boy look handsome, man. They just hate you because they ain't you,
That's what I'm
brother. That's
saying.
all that's going on.
That's what
You're
I'm
looking
saying.
great, man. Somebody who would dedicate time to even think about your red shirt is pretty whack, man. But on a totally unrelated note, I have a top 10 people who wore red shirts in the
Nice.
history of the world list
Nice.
right now coming at you
Nice.
that I could think of.
NEOLI.
No OL allowed. He going straight to the number 10. Number 10, my brother Jason from Power Rangers. Look at him. Hey, man. You might look a little like my boy. Salute.
There you go.
Number 9, Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Last Action Hero.
Yeah, but he broke up the red shirt with a sick brown jacket.
Yeah, suede it looks like.
Yeah, you're right.
Very
We got to
nice.
get that brother a brown jacket. Number 8, Ken from Street Fighter.
Oh, wow.
That's
I
a
don't
good
look
one.
at
Mike, you going to see the new Street Fighter movie? It looks fun.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'll wear white. You wear red.
Number 7, Mr. Incredible. I don't know, bro. The resemblance is kind of uncanny. Might be a little canny, but it's pretty uncanny. Number 6, Tiger Woods.
Wow, only number 6. What a list.
I mean, he had a lot of stuff going on.
That's
he
true.
he
That's
had
a
to
good
bump
point.
down the list.
Yeah, good point by you.
And he only wear that shirt on Sundays too. So on Wednesday you catch my boy slipping. Number 5, Big Sis. I don't know if this is a shirt or not. Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to me,
Bob,
Juju.
boom.
Come on,
Talk
man.
to me, Juju.
Baby.
Had them boys going crazy, man. They know what to do with themselves. Is this a cartoon or what?
I had an
'Cause
idea.
I'm sweating. Number 4, Macaulay. Look at my boy. He was go back to that picture right there.
Look at that face.
Look at my boy. Come on, man. Close your mouth, bit, bruh.
Barking like
Number
Drake.
4. Exactly.
I would buy Jessica Rabbit's mom a house.
Hey, touche. As long as we got a little stuff to left over, you dig it. Number 4, Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. Wet bandits can kiss his ass, man. Come on, man. Out of here. And on Home Alone 2, took over New York on them folks. Number 3, the legend, Super Mario, man. Come on,
Man, what a
bruh.
top 10 list for Bob Hoskins.
Seriously.
Right?
Multiple appearances.
And this movie had my boy in it as well as
Yeah,
Luigi.
Summer of John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
You feel me? Come on
Neither
now.
of these guys Italian.
Number 3. I just said number 3. Number 2, my brother and yours, Spider-Man.
Hell
Come on,
yeah.
man.
Oh, that was clavicular.
Player.
Hey, it's at the White Stripes.
Bit player, man. Salute the time. And the number 1 person to ever don a red shirt. Come on, man. MJ Michael Jordan.
There you go. How about that? That's
Salute.
a good list right there. Excellent job, Juju. Let's
Yes,
get to
sir,
some
man.
post-show awards. We have any to give out today?
Bro, I got one award only, man. I got to give the Hercules Award to my brother Tony, man.
Great performance. Unbelievable.
Come on, brother.
No one saw that coming. Unbelievable.
Speech, brother, speech.
Oh man, it was incredible. I thank Alex and Danny for going out there and videotaping us, and all the people that believed that we were able to do this, which was not one. I was not one of them.
You didn't have to. Well,
man.
good yes and.
Unbelievable.
Yes, sir, man. Also, too, to chime in on your Sophie Cunningham conversation, because, I love the W, as you could tell. It's the point that's, like, right now, Sophie, where you at right now to call out some of this ridiculousness? Because at first, whenever it first happened, remember, she doubled down and said, I said what I said, and had a hair flip online. So, sis, if you said what you said, can you say it to these brothers? That's the problem, the picking and choosing.
All right.
Neither here nor there.
It's a little bit here, a little there. Juju, let's get to some polls. What do we got today?
Is this the summer of John Leguizamo? 57% of the audience says yes, it is.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
Have the Browns ever not wasted a year? 83% of the audience says no, they have not.
I look good in red.
And last and most important poll.
Tell me, Jew.
Who shows their crank earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Jason Segel, Ralph Fiennes, I said Ralph, or Michael Fassbender? 54% of the audience says Jason
Of
Segel.
course.
And
Yes.
those are your polls.
Early hog. Very early hog.
Really quick crank. Great job, Juju.
Thank you, guys.
Folks, listen up. There's no off-season for sports fans. One night it's baseball, the next it's golf, soccer, racing, and DraftKings Sports has you covered for all of it. The DraftKings Sports app now available in all 50 states, bringing you the action straight to your fingertips wherever you are. One app, every market, so you're always in on the excitement at the speed of sports. New DraftKings customers sign up with code DAN. Spend $5 and get $150 in rewards within 14 days. Includes all markets. That's code DAN in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.